Two wild Yinzers kicking through the door, loud like a jag-off at a pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. From the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Rivers collide with a
Yeah. Everywhere we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode 1008. I gotta be honest with you, Mike. The first 8 episodes since 1000 have gone a lot faster and a lot easier and a lot smoother than the last 8 trying to get to 1000.
Those previous 8 to get to 1000 were the longest, most trying 8 episodes we have ever done.
The first
It
900,
was just insane.
the first 992 episodes didn't feel like it was as long as those last 8.
Well, you did the dreaded, that's, if nothing goes wrong.
Right.
That's like you saying, hey, there should be no devastating injuries.
How about we do this? Today I'm going to say, oh, gee, I hope nothing goes right. We'll see.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 1008 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is Hump Day. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Glad to see you here today. Glad to be back. The Steelers are off today. There is no practice at training camp today. However, they'll be back at it tomorrow. Derpy will be at Ground Zero to keep us posted on everything going on live on the scene at St. Vincent College in Latrobe here in Western Pennsylvania and Westmoreland County. The Derp Dog will be down there. Also, tomorrow night, we have the Hall of Fame game.
Yes.
A nice matchup between Kenny Pickett and Carson Beck.
If that doesn't move the needle, I don't know what will, brother.
If you didn't want to watch it before you heard that, you definitely want to watch it now. Steelers, again, will be back in action tomorrow, taking the day off today. Saturday Night Lights on Saturday. And then again, and just 8 days. 8 days, the Pittsburgh Steelers will be playing the Green Bay Packers right here at Acrisure Stadium. Just a little over a week away, guys. It's here. A couple things before we do get rolling. I do want to say again, welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Pittsburgh Pirates, they lose some dead weight, Mike. They cut Ozuna this morning. Marcell Ozuna is cut.
Finally.
Come on. Pirates lose last night to the Brewers 4-2. That ties up the series, but it is a 4-game series, though. Game 3 tonight, 7:40 start. Pitt Panthers, they start camp today on the south side. They're only 33 days away from their first game against Miami of Ohio. And finally, the Pittsburgh Penguins, 56 days away. However, single-game tickets do go on sale today. So if you are looking to get single tickets or maybe buy gifts, birthday gifts, things of that nature, guys, you can jump on and start getting your single game tickets for the Pittsburgh Penguins today, as single game tickets do go on sale. A lot of stuff to get into today, Mike. Lots of things to get into, even as the Steelers are off. This is, again, episode 1008. The Steelers are just 39. Darren Perry, Willie Parker, days away from kicking off the regular season against the Atlanta Falcons. Some interesting news, good and bad, about the Falcons. We'll talk about that shortly. The week 1 opponent. And so much about the Steelers. Steelers at camp. The stories are continuing on, Mike. I have a lot of good topics here to talk about today. A lot of things to dig into. Also, I do want to say, if you see on the board, I do want to say welcome to Yinzer Joe and Yinzer Nation. You can see right on the terrible board there, the Yinzer Nation is using some of the new emoticons. Those are the Naked Derpies. If you want to play with Naked Derpy too, you can for only $1.99. You could also play with Naked Derpy right here on the Two Dime Yinzers. That's right, the membership, $1.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. There's no obligations. $1.99. You could play with all the new emojis, the terrible towel, the Naked Derpy, the Vanilla Thunder, a lot of the catchphrases from the show, and an additional 100 YouTube emojicons as well. That we don't have access to any other time. So again, the 10 custom emojis here from the show, and 100 more from YouTube, guys. So do get in on that. It's $1.99. Glad to be back today. It is Hump Day, Mike. Again, Steelers are off 1,008. So I got to be honest with you. I'm excited to be here. I'm always excited to be here, even when the Steelers are not playing. Mike Derpy heading down to ground zero tomorrow. What do you expect from that? I expect it to be a complete disaster. I'm going to be honest with you.
Me too. I expect his gut to hang out when he's beating players. I expect there to be you said ground zero. And
yes,
that's kind of like what Derpy's going to be. He's going to be ground zero. Like, people are going to, there's going to be a perimeter around him for the fuck cloud.
So he's the airplane knocking over all the buildings is how I see him.
I don't know, man. Derpy loves going to training camp. I expect Derpy to have a good time. I know if we task him to, get us anything, footage of anything, will be a disaster, but I'm kind of rooting for it.
I'm kind of expecting it.
I want him to tell him to be like, hey, get us some footage. I want to see how you record or practice. I just want to see that. Yeah, I think it would be funny.
I think he's a Derpy 757, and it's going to be a disaster. I'm pretty sure everything's going to blow up in his face. But it is ground zero. Derpy will be there tomorrow, and again, I think that in itself is worth the admission, guys.
I'm ready for it.
What else we got going on? 8 days till Green Bay's in town. Also, Mike Eats Bugs. Let's get to the first thing today we're going to talk about. Let's get to the board. Let's go to the Yinzer Joe, my man, the original OG Yinzer Joe. He says, hello, Yinzer fam. What's up, brother? Great seeing Joe. As always on the terrible board, my man. When I start seeing the names on the board, Mike, I know everything is going to be okay. No matter what's going on in life, the goods, the bads, the uglies, the ups, the downs. When I get here and I start seeing the familiar names on the board, I know every day that things are going to be all right. And Yinzer Joe, you were doing that. You were fulfilling that for us here, brother. Great to see you as always. He says, Kenny Pickett plays the preseason like he plays in the playoffs. Well, got to remember, Kenny was smoking people in the preseason when he was a Steeler.
He was. And I was like, oh, maybe it clicked for him. Maybe I was willing to give the kid a chance. Now I am uberly skeptical of any preseason performance now.
And again, we do have that coming up tomorrow night. Falcons, I'm sorry, not the Falcons, the Panthers and the Cardinals. That is tomorrow. So a whole lot coming up, even this weekend with no Steelers playing. They do play Saturday Night Lights. Again, this is kind of the unofficial kickoff to the NFL season. Hall of Fame game. Busts are going to be presented in the next few days. The Hall of Fame, all this kind of fun stuff. So it's here, guys. It is here. We're at the doorstep. We're walking through the front door, heading into some serious action, because in 8 days, the Steelers will be playing the Green Bay Packers right on our television. So very excited about all this. I do believe this is everything before I wanted to get into the Steelers. Let's do it. Mike. A couple of things here about our week one opponents, the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson, Mike, he becomes the highest paid running back. The highest paid running back. A lot of people were concerned about seeing him in week one. I for whatever reason, I'm just not. I wasn't in the past. I'm not now. Maybe if he comes out and destroys us in week one, that'll change my tune. But again, the guy definitely had something going on. He's the highest paid running back in the history of the game now. He will be our opponent in week number one.
Yeah, last time we played them, he was a non-factor.
We
were able to shut him down. Hopefully we can do the same, because once he gets going, that opens up their offense so much more. He's what Le'Veon Bell was. He's that type of runner. He can kill you in the pass game, kill you in the run game, patient runner, explosive runner. You let him take over the game, you're going to have a long, long day. So key will be able to contain him, because their quarterback situation sucks ass. You contain Bijan, you have it makes the job of the defense so much easier.
Absolutely. Also, Mike, another thing that is they had somebody, their edge, Atlanta Falcons edge, Jalen Walker. He suffers what appears to be a season-ending injury to the ACL, Mike. So we may not be seeing him in week 1. They're still doing testing on his knee as we speak. However, right now looking like a possible season-ending ACL. So again, hopefully for the gentleman, I hope it's not, but hopefully for us in our competition, I hope that it is. I don't know. Does that make me sound bad? I don't know. I just
you care for. You want him to be well, but he can come back in week 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or he could come back in week 1 if we're up by 30. Let's see. Also, I do want to say what's up. I say Yinzer Nation. Also got the Derpies right here. Yinzer Nation says, naked Derpy is my sleep paralysis demon. I want to say welcome to Yinzer Nation on the board. Again, get some of these emoticons. They're pretty freaking awesome in my opinion. I love them. Again, no obligation, $1.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. So that's what the Falcons got going on, Mike. I'm going to give our injury report before we do get started. Logan Lee appeared to be injured yesterday at practice. A little bit going on with him. Mike, excuse me, Logan Lee missed his second straight day with an unknown injury. Again, on the defensive line, Logan Lee, Mike, to go along with these other injuries to complete the injury list in camp for the Steelers. J-Ram, JPJ, and also Dante Kent are still on the physically unable to perform list. Of course, Cole Burgess, the wide receiver, Mike, he goes down with a season-ending injury of his own. He gets released by the Steelers. Steelers react to this by bringing in Rayshawn Jenkins, Mike. And I don't know if I mentioned yesterday, Rayshawn will be wearing number 31. 31 back there in the secondary as the 32-year-old chooses number 31 to wear.
What's that McKeesport Mike's number?
It was.
Okay.
Mike Logan was 31.
Mike Logan. I couldn't remember his last name. I just knew he's McKeesport Mike.
A few things, Mike. I'm going to start with a couple of things here. I don't know if I want to get into this. RB sent a message. You see RB's message this morning?
I did. I saw that.
I didn't hear anything of this situation. However, RB is alerting us that there might be a situation going on with Jaylen Warren. I can pull it up here in just a moment, and I can see what RB had to say. Again, I haven't heard anything, but again, sometimes RB does get some scoop earlier than everybody else does. Mike, this is what RB says this morning. He says, I am being told that Jaylen Warren has been somewhat combative with the new way things are being done and been kind of defiant in the direction Mike McCarthy has been taking the team. Warren has made snide remarks and has had a drag dick attitude the entire offseason. RB goes on to say this. He says, I'm being told that the team could possibly be looking to move him. And it's not a talent issue. It's an attitude issue toward the staff and their philosophy. Word is Tomlin had him hyped up in his own head that he's a 5 to 8 running back in the league, and he shouldn't be sharing any sort of significant workload with anyone else. He goes on to say, again, this is again from RB. The team has really been giving Lou Nichols a lot of run as well as really being hands-on with Caleb Johnson and Heinrich, hoping that someone stands out and makes Warren expendable. Again, I don't know this to be true. I do know that as of this morning, this is what RB sent us about 2 hours ago. Mike, what say you on the matter?
I don't know. I have not seen or heard anything about Jaylen Warren being anything but consummate professional. And he's always, everything that you have read this offseason has been him ready to work with Rico, splitting carries, being those two being a good tandem. The only thing I saw him about Jalen was he just said, an uneventful day in practice or first day in pads. That was it that we've seen from Jalen Warren, and every video you've seen of him in practice, I've seen him in practice. It's typical Jalen Warren given that 110% effort. So I don't know where that report came from. It took me by surprise. It feels out of left field. I don't know. I'm inclined not to believe it just because everything Jalen Warren has ever done has been, I'm just going to do whatever they want me to do, and I'm going to give it my all no matter what.
One thing's for certain, if it is true, we were the first people to crack it. I don't see this anywhere else going on. I do want to take a moment just to welcome everybody to the show. Let me get back on the board here just a moment, guys. We'll get back to this in just a second. Possibly some beef going on with Jalen Warren, possibly. We'll get into this here in just a moment. I do want to say what's up to the GOAT. Tyrone is in the house. My man, my brother, my friend, my Pittsburgh Steeler brother, Ty is in the house. He is the GOAT. Him and JPJ, neck and neck. Welcome, my friend. Also, I'm going to say what's up to Tortilla Jackson, all the way from Sacramento, California. He says Warren is mad because JPJ ain't signed. Let's continue back down to Yinzer Joe. Yinzer Joe says, heard Omar is pissed with JPJ trade incoming. Georgianne, great seeing Georgianne back on the board. She says, Ryan and Mike, how you doing? Great seeing you, Georgianne. Hope things are going good for you. And I know that Georgianne, she's ready for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike.
Well, she's always ready for the Steelers.
She is always ready. Our female fans they're diehards, man, and they know their shit. So great seeing you, Georgianne, as always. Hope things are going good for you, sister. Mark Malone, the man, the myth, the mustache in the Heezy, baby, right here. He says may have to package him with JPJ in a trade, and says whip out the Big Johnson. Welcome, Mark. Always great seeing you, my friend. And Tyrone, he says I haven't heard that at all, and neither have I. I opened up our group chat for the show, and this was what I was reading this morning. So again, I don't know it to be true or false. I just know that this was something that was passed to me this morning. Again, possible issues with Jalen Warren, which I wouldn't have seen. I didn't see coming. Let's go right here. Let's go to the original OG Yinzer Joe. He says this is Steelers organization and media have said always said nothing bad, always good stuff, and that's what I thought as well. That's what I thought as well, Joe. Absolutely, Steelers, Georgianne. Always great seeing Georgianne. Tortilla, my man says Arby's. We have no teeth. Let's talk about some things.
This would be the perfect time to have an Arby's, an RB tooth come flying across the screen.
Yes. Have like a side shot of him getting smacked in the mouth with a bungee cord, and his tooth just goes flying across your screen. And you watch it go by, and it goes flying across my screen. I go watch it go by. Happy poop to you, my friend. Great seeing you, Somber, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Guys, few things we did start talking about this again. I haven't heard anything, but on the other side of this, Mike, in my notes actually, this was said this morning, somewhere this was said, and I do want to say thank you so much to Georgianne on the super chat. Steeler Nation, baby, thank you so much for the super chat, $10. Thank you. Let me get over here and like this. I can't not like that. Thank you, Georgianne. Greatly appreciated. It'll certainly go back into the show. Thank you.
I hate everything.
You gotta play it. You gotta play. I gotta play it until we come up with a new sound.
All right.
That's our thank you sound.
Somber, Tyrone says this. Somber, did you hear what RB said about Warren? Rewind a bit. Interesting. Do check that out if you will. Somber, just so I don't have to go through it all again. It was a whole thing. I read it. Some information that RB had us first this morning. Again, I haven't heard this. I don't know it to be true. I don't know it to be false. But again, if it's something, we broke it. If not, I apologize. Again, guys, that is something that is being talked about, at least on our chat board. Mike, again, this was my notes this morning. First thing it was Rico Dowdle is ready to forge a dynamic 1-2 punch alongside Jalen Warren. Rico Dowdle's ready.
Right?
The fans are ready.
Yeah.
Is Jalen Warren? Is there an issue? I don't know. We'll certainly be keeping an eye on this. It could be an eventful day in Pittsburgh on a day off. Had that be the case, Mike?
Had that be the case. I like I said, I'm inclined to side with Jalen Warren. Like I've never heard him say anything bad. I think he said was like an uneventful day in patch. So that's all he said. And every clip I see from him so far this training camp, dude looks locked in. He shed a bunch of weight to help be the dynamic pass catcher, the third down back, and he still looks powerful too. So I don't know. It's a weird report.
Yeah, it is a weird report, Mike. We're going to talk about a few things today. We're going to talk about how the camp is playing out, how things are looking, how players are looking, how certain groups of players are looking. Mike, I feel that the young kids, the rookies,
Oh yeah,
these guys, they're getting ample opportunity, and I love this. I love it for a couple of reasons. For one, I don't want to see any more Roman Wilson type incidents go down with rookies. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, this is value. You draft these guys to be a value to your team. You might as well better get in there and use them. Mike, I'm seeing a lot of young players getting not only the reps in practice. I'm also seeing the young players getting a lot of praise from these reps at practice. So not only are they getting the opportunity, Mike, they're also all playing very well as far as training camp goes. The 4 days last week, so far the 2 days this week, 6 days in. A lot about the young guys, not just the quarterbacks, who we will get into shortly. I'm talking about the whole way down the list. The whole way down the list, Mike, is right here. I'm seeing just right here. Of course, Deshaun Elliott has been a topic of conversation from now and then with his injury situation, kind of being taken it easy in camp. He says he challenged Robert Spears Jennings. He took him under his wing. So again, every little rookie piece of information, there's something that's good to it.
Yeah.
And it isn't that Robert Spears Jennings is there. He's participating. He's under Deshaun Elliott's wing. He's looking good. Things are looking good. We talked a little bit about Riley Nowakowski yesterday. I mean, the Heiner news continues to pop up every day in its own spurts. And again, I like these opportunities that that these young players are getting. Again, I'm not even compare. I'm not even going to go back and say anything about the team of the past. I'm just saying I like the opportunities that these young kids are getting, the looks, the reps, and again, making the best of it so far at training camp.
Yeah, I'm liking it, especially the Robert Spears Jennings, because if he can come along, that'd be a huge development. For someone that we thought would just have to fight to get onto the practice squad, he was out there taking first team reps not too long ago and did not look lost. And that's the key. There's sometimes injuries happen, or they want to put someone out there just to see what they got. And from what we saw, that one practice when he was out there at the ones did not look lost. The moment didn't look too big for him. Yes, it's practice, but you've seen guys that get elevated from third team to the first team in practice, whether it's for a rep or two. Sometimes they look overwhelmed. He did not look overwhelmed. He looked like he belonged, and that's what the reports were saying. That's what some of the video was showing. So that's an encouraging sign right there that he could be a nice potentially a nice rotational piece if we fail to maybe pick up a veteran. And Deshaun Elliott, he's coming back healthy, and I love the way he's working with the young guy. This draft class might be the best draft class out of the four that we've had under Colin and Weedle. It's early, but the early results are looking good, looking promising. So far, no one has gotten hurt. So that's the good thing out of this rookie class. They're staying healthy right now, but all the signs about every rookie has sound good.
And of course, I think IMAX is on the thumbnail today,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. Like this, a couple of things about somebody else, of course, that plays this position. This was by Ray Fittipaldo, Mike, talking about Max. He says that Max already looks better than Broderick Jones has ever looked. So again, this is just a reporter reporting and saying what he's saying. But again, more news is the good news is that these rookies are continuing to excel.
Yeah.
And again, I don't even doubt it. Again, Broderick Jones has been kind of disaster. I'll talk about him more in just a second. But right here, Mike, Fittipaldo is saying Max already looks better than Jones has ever looked.
If that's the case, I say we start right now, because Broderick Jones he was like Chase Claypool that first 8-9 games when they put him in at right tackle. He totally elevated the offensive line. Turned them from one of the worst running units to one of the best in the NFL. So if he's already better than Broderick Jones at that point, that is a good foundation to have. I know his fundamentals have improved throughout camp. The little reports I can find are he needed to work on this, work on that, and then you come back and look a day or two later, he's worked on those things.
Yeah.
And he's getting beat in one-on-one drills and then comes out the next day and dominates one-on-one drills. and by working on the little things that he was told, and his attitude too of like he wants to get better every single day. He's loving the coaching that he's getting. The guys on the offensive line love him too. Like, no matter if it's Dylan Cook, someone who he's competing against, or Broderick Jones, someone that he was drafted to replace, they're all embracing Mad Max to make him the best version of himself to get out there. And I think he has a shot to start week 1. Yeah, that's been my prediction all camp, is that it would be a rocky start, but by the end of camp, he would be the starter. It's not a rocky start. It's just, this cat has just been so smooth in his development. I really do think he's going to be the starter week 1.
But Mike, this goes without no issue right here. Let's talk about what Mr. Batch. Charlie Batchelor is always saying something interesting, something fun that we always do like to bring up on the show when he talks. This is what Charlie Batch said, Mike. He says, Broderick Jones should be ticked off about the Steelers trying to replace him at that position. I think, for one, Charlie is maybe sipping the wine again. Okay, be ticked off for one, but for two, you just come off a terrible injury. For one, a neck injury. For two, you didn't really get it together for the first 3 years.
Yeah.
Charlie, Mike, what's your thoughts on Mr. Batch today?
Perplexed. Maybe he is hitting the wine and just saying things that come to his mind. Like, it's not like he was performing at a high level and they drafted someone to replace him, so they didn't want to renegotiate a contract. Like you said, this guy who's had an up and down career was starting to look okay at left tackle, but then had a serious injury. You didn't know if he was ever going to play football again. When Jones, was asked about, Mad Max being drafted, he's like, I understand it. This is a business, like they have to do what's right for them. I'm going to do what's right for me. But he's like, I'm going to keep working, and I'm going to keep working with the kid to have him ready to go. Like he's handled this nothing but professionally, and he understands it. He knows how, when he's coming off the injury, he knows he's not performed up to the team's expectations and his own. What's he going to do? Sit there and yell and scream and kick his feet, or go out there, be professional, support your team, and try and get, one, healthy, and two, improve yourself along the way? Like, there's no point in getting angry at it. Like, it would be different, if he was playing at an elite level and they draft your backup or replacement, then I get pissed.
He struggled since day one. You know what it really reminds me of? What Charlie reminds me of here, and just the fact that he used the term "ticked off." Yeah, I don't know if you remember the movie Friday. The next door neighbor Stanley.
Yeah,
he comes out and he's like, "Would you just stay off my freaking lawn?" That's just what that reminded me. I could see Charlie saying,
"Coming out there not cursing."
Yes, Broderick should be ticked off that the Steelers are trying to replace him at tackle, Mike. But there might be some light at the end of the tunnel for the young man, Broderick Jones. Mike, the Los Angeles Chargers starter on the offensive line, Rashawn Slater. He does have an injury that could be rather serious. And at the end of the day, if you're looking, we do know that this could possibly be something that we could work with in the future. Again, the tackles are in big demand. And if Broderick Jones goes to the Chargers, I'm fine. I'm freaking fantastic. I'm fine with that. Because, again, if we run into these cats, I would rather face Broderick. Again, for one, we know him.
Yeah.
For one, that could be, easily coachable or coached. And then also, Mike, again, his lack of success here early on in his career. So, again, hopefully for his sake, something happens for him. But maybe from afar, perhaps. I hope it comes together.
Yeah, like if he could, gain some weight back, get that strength back, get out there and get some good reps on film, a team might come a calling. You know how you have that former first round pick moniker against next to your name. You're going to get a lot of chances, and you're always going to have coaches that go, I can get something out of him. Hey, coach, give me a chance. Let me get my hands on this guy. I can mold him into something.
Right.
So you might be able to find someone. You might not get great value out of him, but you can potentially get something out of him.
Absolutely. I do got a few big things, big things coming up here to talk about, guys. But let me get back to the board. I cannot move any further without the board. I won't. It won't happen, guys. Welcome to the show. This is episode 1008. Glad to see everybody here today, as we are just 8 days away from the Green Bay Packers coming to visit our Pittsburgh Steelers right here at Acrisure Stadium to kick off preseason. I believe the Buffalo Bills be after that. So, guys, it's coming up. It's coming real fast, to be honest with you. Let me get back to the terrible board, everybody. Welcome to the show, So glad to see us today. I'm glad everybody's in the house. Let's go right here to Somber. Did you hear about what RB said about Warren? Let's go to Ty saying, rewind a little bit. It is interesting. We go down to Yinzer Joe. Warren probably thought before the season that he was going to be the premier back, and now maybe he's a bit ticked off. I don't know. Again, we're still keeping our ears plenty open to this story. I don't know it to be true. I'm not reporting it as a true story. I'm just saying this is something that is being said. I wanted to talk about it. And if it does pop up and be true, Mike, I'm going to certainly say, hey, who broke that story?
Hey, we knew that. We knew that before anyone else.
So again, I hope it's not the case. I haven't heard anything, but again, sometimes Harvey does come up with scooped it earlier than everybody else. Again, let's go right here. Let's go to Somber. LOL, my man Somber. Always great seeing you. Let's go to Mark Malone. He says Asante Samuel Jr. looks poised to take over for JPJ. Listen, I don't know if it's to take over for JPJ, but Asante Samuel Jr. is just blowing this camp out of the water. Everything I'm hearing is fantastic. Guys are just complimenting what they say. Deshaun said he could be $100 million player if he would have never got injured. If he could get back to that level, and it seems that he is, Mike, he's saying he's starting to feel like his old self, and he could play without perhaps, the fears of going through that serious injury and surgery. Perhaps he could get back to that level. And if he does, we're in really good shape. And again, providing that everything gets taken care of with JPJ, because on the other side of the ball, Mike, Jamel Dean certainly coming with a lot of good scoop on him as well in this offseason move. So again, Asante Samuel Jr., you just cannot say enough about this kid. Mike, he's taken over with the exception of Asante. Who else? A couple other guys, I would say, Mike. Asante, IMAX on offense.
Yep.
Roman Wilson. And those three guys have just been the headlines of every single thing that I've seen so far in the first week and a half of camp.
And my God, if Asante can keep this going, like if he's fully recovered from that injury, and we got him for pennies on the dollar, granted, it's only 1 year prove it deal. Ride him out the rest of the season. Like Jamal Dean, from what I've seen, has been kind of up and down in camp. So it's nice that we have Asante. Like if Porter can't, if there's a holdout there, or if Dean isn't, is finally, hit the wall, being an older player, ASJ out there shutting people down the way he was out in San Diego. This is a great pickup, a great gamble that we started last year by taking the chance on him, and then him coming back here. It's gonna be great, because this cat was a high second round pick, like Porter was, borderline first, a damn good corner, can play man, can play zone, a little on the shorter side than I like, but he's a ball hawk. He knows how to read the play well. I'm loving what I'm seeing from ASJ.
Yeah, I am too. Mike, and again, those three players in particularly, IMAX, Roman Wilson, and ASJ are just, again, taking camp by storm. So very happy for a couple of reasons, obviously. ASJ coming back off the injury. Of course, Roman, with everything he's dealt with, and then IMAX being the rookie that we're kind of depending on to anchor the right-hand side of the line over there. So again, very, very excited to hear about these three players in particular. Let me continue on the board, see what everybody got to be saying. Let's go right here to Jamie Carlo in the house. What's up, yo? Always great seeing my man Jamie in the house, sir. I hope you're ready, man. We got 8 days to get ready for the Green Bay Packers. Again, tomorrow, Steelers will be back at practice. Derpy will be down at Ground Zero. We'll be reporting. Also tomorrow night, the Hall of Fame game. Kenny Pickett in the Carolina Panthers take on Carson Beck in the Arizona Cardinals to kick off the season unofficially, but officially. And again, Saturday Night Lights. And then in just 8 days, the Green Bay Packers will be right here in Pittsburgh to take on our Steelers. In only 39 days, Darren Perry, Willie Parker, whoever you want to go with, this is how many days we are till the Atlanta Falcons, Mike, make their way to the Berg to play our Steelers. A couple things being said in this regard, Mike. I did talk about Atlanta earlier. I talked about, of course, the big injury from their edge. He is out. Jalen Walker, Mike, he suffers what appears to be a season-ending ACL, so we may not see him in the first round. However, Bijan Robinson, Mike, the highest paid running back now in the NFL. So we're going to be getting the top dog. We're getting some bad with the good. But let me go back to something else in relation to the Atlanta Falcons. This is going to kind of jump track a little bit, but this is going to kind of go into something that people are talking about and somewhat of a concern. Of course, we didn't know this, but Aaron Rodgers comes out earlier this week, Mike, and he confesses that during the playoffs, he was sick and he still played. And some people would say, well, maybe that was why it went the way it did. I doubt that. However, he did come out and it wasn't reported. And this kind of relates back to the Atlanta Falcons and Arthur Smith and Bijan Robinson. Let me give you what I got, guys.
Okay.
The NFL is starting to look into why the Steelers didn't report Aaron Rodgers' illness before the playoff game back in January. In 2023, Atlanta was fined $75,000 and Arthur Smith was fined $25,000 for failing to disclose the Bijan Robinson had an illness on the morning of the Falcons game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hmm.
And again, I think this is where the kind of keeping everything a secret bites you in the ass. At some point, you got to be transparent, but that's beside the point. We've certainly, I think we're turning that corner now. But Mike, again, I like this because it has three relations. Arthur Smith, of course, being involved, and he's gone, so that's a good thing. Again, the issue the thing that did happen here with us in the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers, we didn't report the injury, and again, going back to the Falcons, who we do see here in a few weeks. So, what's your thoughts on this, Mike? The Steelers are going to be the NFL starting to look into investigating why the Steelers didn't report the illness on the day of the playoff game.
Yeah, and it's like, my God, we've had guys on there on the injury report with like like an owie in their pinky toe. That's something that they've always put on there. Like every time there's guys like when did this injury happen? I was like, it was like right before the game, so we had to put it on the report. So it's kind of weird that they didn't put that on the injury report, because that's one thing like they've always been above board on, is at least putting a guy on there like with the old, oh, he has a knee. Well, what's for the knee? Well, what's wrong with it? He has a knee. It's just they've always been transparent with that. So why he wasn't on there, that is a head scratcher. It could be Arthur Smith just not disclosing it to the coach, the player not disclosing it to the coaching staff, that hey, he's actually sick, or he was sick the day before but he's fine now, and they didn't put it on. Because if he wasn't sick the day of the game, they don't have to put it on there. It was just weird that he's talking about it, and because it never showed up on an injury report.
And it's interesting. The NFL is talking about it again, looking back to the Atlanta Falcons investigation, which also involved Arthur Smith back in 23, Mike, in that game against Tampa Bay. So again, interesting, something to keep our eyes on, something to keep our ears on. Again, it just seemed to me the coach, the team before Way was coach, it was a lot of keeping the stuff under the wraps, which I'm not against. I just think it was excessive. And again, I was pointing it out as it was happening. People were saying I was crazy, but again, these things are starting to come back to that. And again, whether I don't know who was involved, if it was Arthur, whatever it was, it sure seems to me that they were trying to hide their hand. We're playing the Houston Texans. It was a playoff game, and again, it didn't seem very out of the ordinary. I know that you say that they do report a lot, and they do. As you said, a pinky toe injury often gets a report. But again, you're starting quarterback in a playoff game. Come on, nobody knew the guy didn't feel well. So again, we will see the results as the NFL is looking into this. But at the end of the day, who gets that fine? Who gets the fine? Artie Smith is gone. I mean, well, it would have been he was the head coach then. So
yeah,
perhaps they'll attack Mike McCarthy.
There you go.
They never did. Tough to say. We will see. We'll continue to follow this as it does play out. Aaron did come out this week, Mike, and say that he was ill before the postseason game. But a lot of guys come out and say this when they don't win. I've noticed in sports my whole life. When Michael Jordan failed to get it done one time in the 90s, he had the flu, but he also had the flu, and then he got it done. That's a whole other story. But along the way, you do see guys that they get sick, coincidentally, during big games. And again, we just found that information out this week. Aaron was sick. So again, who knows? We'll continue to keep our eye on that. Let's continue on the board. Let's go here to Mark Malone. He says, valuable reps for Spears Jennings. Absolutely, man. Again, all these young players getting a lot of valuable reps. You have to love what you see. Let's go right here. Yo. That is Jamie, my man. Somber says, this him and Dowdle were going bowling before camp. Sounds like some BS. Let's go to Tyrone. Yeah, I don't believe that either. For real. Let's go to Tortilla. He says, there's no way Warren is upset. He's our number one receiver.
Game ball.
All right, let's go game ball.
I'll go with my game ball. Right
now, Mike's game ball right there. There you go.
Just so I can put the emoji up right now.
No, that's good.
And it's Tortilla.
Let's go right here. Max starts game one is what Mark Malone is saying. I think it's very possible, actually, to be honest. If Max comes along, I mean, Dylan Cook was kind of just, and the thing was, he did well when he played, but it wasn't like it was a move that we loved to do. It kind of happened because it happened, and everything with Broderick. So again, at the end of the day, if Max really continues to shine, Mike, he might be one of the few rookies that can crack the starting lineup.
Yeah, and oh my god, if he does, and he can keep developing the way he does, that this O line is going to be in a beautiful, beautiful shape. And the only position that I would be worried about then is like who's going to be the right guard.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the big question. Of course, seems like they're taking their time. Dunker's just not there, so he's working hard to try to get there. But it's probably going to be a Spencer Anderson kind of a decision for me at the end of the day, because I'm not really sure how else that right guard position can go at this point. I mean, he's getting the reps. He's looking good. Things are happening. So at the end of the day, it does seem to me like it probably will be Spencer Anderson to start things off. Again, who knows how the future is going to play out. Sometimes an injury forces your hand. If, let's say, Spencer Anderson, God forbid, gets hurt, Mike, then you would say, oh, geez, what do we have going here? Let's throw Dunker in there. Let's see how he does. And sometimes they really perform well, and he can take over as Ben did behind Tommy Maddox back in 2004. Let's throw him in there. I mean, the guy's hurt. What are we going to do? Our hand is forced, and perhaps he just goes out and does his thing.
It's what we did with Mason McCormick. He was supposed to sit behind James Daniels for that year. Then Daniels blows out his Achilles, and next thing you know, this psychopath is in there playing.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get back to the board. Martin Malone says need to get Porter traded before the weekend. Follows it up by saying his value goes down daily. Also, hey, what's up, Pez? Always great seeing Pez on the board. He says, any insight from training camp on the performance of Nowakowski, Heinrich, and Wiegand? Thank you. Yes, they're all doing very well. We talked a little bit about Nowakowski yesterday. He was getting some praise at practice. I think Mike was talking about that. Also, Heinrich and Wiegand, they seem to be getting mad reps, Mike, at wherever. I mean, they're playing these young guys. They're getting reps. And I love this because you're just really, really seeing what you got. And again, I know that preseason goes a long way for that as well, to see what these guys bring. But right now, the young guys, Pez, all 10 of them seem to all be having a really productive camp. And again, on different levels, for whatever that means. Again, Dunker's having a productive camp, but it's not as productive as it's going to be putting him in a starting lineup anytime soon, where IMAX certainly is. So again, all successful. I don't think anybody is not having a successful camp as far as the rookies go, Mike. Just again, the young people, ASJ, Roman Wilson, these seem to be the people, Mike, that over and over and over these names keep popping up, and and that's good.
Yeah, I think like Nowakowski's not having like a terrible camp. He's looking good, but he's made some little small mistakes that they pull him out and correct him with, but nothing egregious from anyone. I think the worst is like they've been really cracking down on false starts. So like Fatanu got yanked for a false start. So then like I think Nowakowski later in that same practice had a false start, so he got yanked for it. So it's just like little things, nothing like you're worried about their athletic ability. It's just those little things that you're trying to instill early in camp, like, hey, we can't have the holding penalties, can't have the offsides, can't have the false starts. Just those little things that I'm noticing about rookies, if they're getting talked about negatively for anything. It's not their athletic ability or their understanding of the game. It's just, hey, we're looking to cut that out this year, so like keep that locked up. Small little coaching moments like that. Wiegand, he's been the number one punt returner, number one kick returner in camp. Had a couple reps at wide receiver, looked pretty good there. Granted, it's third team, but he looked pretty good there. Eli, he's been getting mixed in there, but I don't think he's gotten into like first or second team reps. He's still running with the third team at running back, but he is out there returning kicks too with Caleb Johnson in that second unit. So they're trying to find ways to get Heidenreich more involved too, but it looks like Ryan said, everyone's doing well, just little coachable moments here and there, but nothing that you're going like, oh my God, we wasted a pick.
I agree, Mike. Speaking of Roman here real quick, this is another Ray Fittipaldo report. Of course, Ray Fittipaldo says this, Mike. He says that Roman is well ahead of Jeremy Bernard after impressive start. There's parts I like about that statement. There's parts I don't like about that statement. But I think the parts I don't like about that statement could be okay.
Yeah.
Because again, I think that everybody wants Roman Wilson to be better. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants him to be productive. I mean, the guy's literally been nil since he's been here. And again, that is encouraging. A lot of people were expecting Jeremy to have the edge. So this is where I think people might hear this and say, what's going on with Jeremy? Maybe he's just he's not bringing it. What's the issue? I think that Roman is playing so freaking hard, to be honest with you. The guy worked his ass off. You've seen the videos as I did during the off season with the route guard, doing all the work. So again, it doesn't make me upset. But on the other hand, I want to start hearing a little bit more about Jeremy, because as we do talk about the young players, Mike, Jeremy is a name. Bernard, of course, is one that is kind of he would be one of the ones that I think that we would hear more about, when in fact he's not when you look at these 10 rookies.
Yeah, he's been running a lot with the second team and looking really good doing it too. He had a nice sweet grab on the sideline. It's one of those, like, you watch it, you're like, oh, that's awesome. Then you notice like the ref in the background saying incomplete, but you keep watching it. It looks like he caught the ball, had both feet in bounds. Like the way he snapped his route off when he noticed Will was getting ready to throw it. He looks good. He looks in time, in rhythm on a lot of things. Haven't heard anything negative about him. It's just
no.
Now it's just like Roman is playing that much better, and that's okay. Like, he's a third-year vet. Jeremy's a second-year pro, or first-year pro. Excuse me. He's a rookie, so you kind of expect, those guys that were drafted around in the second and third round, guys been here a little bit longer. Okay, he's going to have a little step above. He knows what the quarterbacks are looking for at this level more than someone else. So I'm not discouraged by Roman being, supposedly that much better than Jeremy. I'm okay with it because I'm not hearing anything negative about Jeremy's performance. It's just right now he's a second teamer in the NFL, and you got a guy that's more or less already locked down that spot right there. That's fine. Keep battling, keep getting better, and I think Jeremy's going to be just fine.
I think this is good news in a way. Yeah. I think because, again, it strengthens the wide receiver room. What I mean by that is this. If Jeremy did so good as a rookie and Roman Wilson was trailing him and having a hard time to keep up, then you're thinking, okay, we got a 1, a 2, and a 3 that's going to be a strength playmakers. On the other hand, Mike, if it continues to go the way that it's going and Roman continues to outperform Jeremy, it's not bad for Jeremy because, for one, Jeremy's a rookie. Nobody's going to hold it against him to be outplayed by somebody who's been working their ass off and trying to work their way up for 3 seasons. So to me, it says we have room to grow with our rookie if he comes in at wide receiver 4, which, again, he could grow into that role and become better as he goes, opposed to him outplaying the guy that's been there, the incumbent. So, again, I just think that this shows more to the strength of the wide receiver room that we have, Mike, and we're not concerned about number 4. Number 4 is a rookie. He's going to come a long way. He's going to come a ways, and we expected things from him. So those things we were kind of still expecting to happen from a rookie. But now that number 4 turned into a 3 with Roman Wilson. Now it's like, well, we have a 1, 2, and a 3, and a rookie coming up as a 4, opposed to 1, a 2, a rookie coming up as a 3, and Roman Wilson being out of the equation. So for me, this kind of shows me that there is the strength of the wide receiver room is a little bit better than we we were hoping it was, Mike, because once you get beyond 1 and 2, the depth was, of course, the issue. Once you get beyond DK and Pittman, the depth was the issue. We just wasn't sure what to expect. So again, having 2 guys beyond 1 and 2 that could possibly be playmakers, opposed to just the one, we don't know what the hell is going on with the ugly baby. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think this shows to the strength of the wide receiver room more than anything. And again, Bernard has the ceiling is up there. Who knows? Again, the guy has the sky's the limit. So again, he will, I think, continue to work hard and work into his role. But again, it seems that this is almost better that it's playing out this way.
Oh yeah, like you're not having to force Jeremy into a role that he's not ready for because Roman wasn't able to step up in year 3.
Right
now, Roman solidified that spot. Okay, now you can allow Jeremy to progress at a natural level. You don't have to force an acceleration. And if he does make a big jump, cool, that's awesome. If the longer camp gets going, and if Jeremy's able to close the gap and there's a real competition there at the end, that's a good thing to have. So I'm not discouraged by what I'm hearing at all, just because you're not hearing anything negative about Jeremy.
Right.
That's a good thing. Now, if Roman was killing it and Jeremy was sucking, and then now, oh great, who's going to be our other receiver on the inside, then I would be panicking. But I'm not. For this, like you said, it's nothing but good news.
I agree. Listen, not much to complain about. I mean, there's bumps along the way, but again, we're human. This is a football team preparing in its first 10 days to get ready to play a season. So again, I've certainly seen things elsewhere that I would not want to be in their shoes compared to what we have going on here. A lot of good things to start for the Steelers since the beginning of training camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe in Westmoreland County, guys. They'll be back at it tomorrow. The guys will be. If you are heading down to camp, the parking lot opens up at 8:15. The gates open up at 8:30. Practice will start roughly 11:20. Do make sure you get registered before you head down on either PittsburghSteelers.com or Ticketmaster.com. You don't want to get down there without being registered because it'll just be a whole thing. It's free for everybody. Get in, get registered, get down there tomorrow. Derpy will be in the house tomorrow at Ground Zero. Getting us reports from down there. Let's get back to the board. Glad to see everybody again. Welcome back to episode 1008. Guys, we were just 39 days away. Darren Perry, Willie Parker, days away from the Atlanta Falcons. Mike coming to Pittsburgh to kick off this 2026 campaign at Acrisure Stadium with our black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers. We're all here. We all can't wait, guys. We're inching there, but you know what? It's getting there. Let's get back to this terrible board. Mike says this, Tortilla. If his value is going down, we'll just pay him numbnuts. Forgot what he's saying. If his value is going down, we'll just have to pay him numbnut. All right. Let's go here. I apologize for ruining your message. That was actually really funny. Let's go here to Mark Malone. If we can get high picks for JPJ and Jones, we should do it. I don't know how much you're going to get for Jones anymore after the big injury, but the thought's good. Let's go here to Corey. Corey, don't drink that. And I do want to say, if you are into conspiracy theories, which are a big thing nowadays, go check out Don't Drink That right here on YouTube. Corey, he has ample material if you are into conspiracies. Go check him out here on YouTube today at Don't Drink That. Corey says, good afternoon, everybody. Great seeing you, my man. Good afternoon to you, sir. Jamie, I apologize. What was said about Warren? Okay, no, it was again one of our guys, RB. He said there might be some issues. There might be some issues with Warren, which we haven't heard any, so we are continuing to listen and keep our eye open. But he said there may be some attitude issues with Jaylen Warren, perhaps. But again, we don't know this to be true. I'm not putting it out there as true. So, but I tell you this, Mike, if it comes up and it is true, believe me, I'm going to be the first one to say who was talking about it first.
I told you so.
Yes. But no, that's the rumor right now. Again, Jamie, look, we're all hoping it's not true. I do want to say what's up to Squeege, my man. I do want to say what's up. I hope things are going good for you. I did catch your message on YouTube. Hope things will be looking up, sir. Just keep going, man. It's all you could do, brother. I hope things are going good for you. Welcome. Let's go to Tyrone. Tyrone says this. Yeah, let's have Samuel guard chase one-on-one. Let's Samuel guard chase one-on-one. Also, Tyrone says this, Dean actually ain't been doing that good besides the last 2 minutes at the end of practice. And the only thing I'm really going off of him, like on the Jamel Dean, is what I heard from him coming here. I just expect him to be good, I guess, because everyone's been telling me he was. His numbers were up there, Mike, with some of the tops from last season. When you're talking Quinion Mitchell, when you're talking JPJ, when you're talking all these guys, his number was in there. So I'm just assuming that he's going to be pretty good. Again, you know what assumptions could do, but
yeah, but it's not like he's been atrocious from what I've seen video-wise. It was just like he's gotten beaten on some things, but at certain points in those practices, you can tell like when the defense is not running full speed. It's more or less like it seems like let's get the offense some reps, and you guys go out there and go through your motions on D. I don't know if it was that because they didn't look like they were flying full speed on D. Some of those times he got beat. Other times, like he had this guy in his hip pocket. It was just a great throw that he got. It happens. So like I'm withholding judgment until we start seeing him in games and stuff. But what I'm seeing right now has me not worried, but it's like, oh no, I hope we didn't get him at the end. I hope there's like another year we can squeeze out of him.
How long do you think it's going to be before they start televising or at least streaming Steeler camp at Latrobe? It just seems like that's the next natural step, doesn't it?
Right?
And charge people, get like a little membership or something, and they could make money. It just seems to me that this could be the next natural step in what's become the Steelers training camp.
I know, like they should, and that's what, actually it's funny. That's been like a big discourse online throughout the entire NFL. People are getting kicked out of training camps because they're taking pictures or filming stuff. Like you're allowing people into open practices.
Right.
That's on you if you're showing stuff out there that you don't want people to see. That's when you have your closed practices.
Yeah.
You want fans to come out, engage with the team. Those type of practices, yeah, stream that shit. Like everyone knows what NFL practices are like. If this can help you like you said, generate some money just by having a private streaming service stream your practices, do it, man. Like I would watch it. I'd have it playing in the background. Look how people watch the NFL Combine.
Absolutely.
More entertaining than a combine.
I agree. I would rather watch the Steelers training camp 100 times more than watching the combine. And I'm
great for people who can't travel across the country, or people who hey man, I have a condition. I can't get out in the heat that long to go watch practice, but I would always love to see it. Stream it. And you can make it not like interactive, but you can have those cameras down on the sidelines, get in there. In between practice periods, grab a player or coach for a quick little interview, kind of like in a game. How's it going? How you feel? Shit like that. People would eat that shit up, man. People love the NFL. Like Ryan, I think you and I need to take this to the Roonies.
Maybe we should just start streaming it every year. Maybe you and I should go and stream this shit, and you know what I mean, and make some kind of membership. I'm sure we could probably do pretty well, to be honest with you, because a lot of people that love the Steelers don't get the chance to go to St. Vincent College. You know what I mean? There's people in Los Angeles. There's people in Wisconsin. There's people around the world that would love to go. Again, maybe a $2 membership or something could allow you to do that. Again, maybe something in the future. Let's continue forward, Mike. We have a lot of interesting things to talk about. The Steelers are off today, but that doesn't mean the news is not any less interesting. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but I do want to stay on the board as we do catch up on the board, Mike, as we move along. I don't want to leave the board out. I just don't. The board is what it's all about here, baby. Let's go right here. Let's go to Jamie. Don't ever count FSU players that make it to the pros. Don't ever count on or out FSU players. I'm not real sure which way he was going. Maybe I'll find out in just a moment here.
Maybe it was out.
Without? Yeah. Don't ever count out FSU players. Deion Sanders, one of the most notable in my opinion. Also Lawrence Timmons, I think, was Florida State. Let's go right here to Mark Maloney. Says Asante Samuel Jr. Everett, the future outside cornerbacks. I know one thing. Once ASJ gets around to it, he's going to start making some dough, man, because, Mike, he's looking good. He's looking good. Let's go right here. Jamie says, don't ever count out. There it is. Don't ever count out the players from FSU once they make it to the pros. I know a few. Definitely know a few that did really well. So, Jamie, my man. Let's go to Squeege. It really looks like the team is enjoying itself. It does. It sure does. A lot of, again, all good reports. I love this. I do want to say, Mike, real quick, as we were about the hour mark, if you didn't notice this, former Steeler cornerback Akello Witherspoon has retired.
No way.
As this morning, Akello Witherspoon, and this is a guy, Mike, he was in the Witherspoon, Cockrell. Who was the guy that went to Detroit?
Oh, my God.
Got in trouble. Sutton. I kind of liked that secondary when it was happening. I thought these young guys have a potential to be a good secondary. Mike Akello Witherspoon decides to retire. Pretty young still. Former cornerback of the Steelers has retired. Let's continue. Let's go right here to Tortilla. He says this. Mark thinks the Steelers are a AA baseball team. Hey, that Krylon does some crazy shit to you, man.
Shit.
Let's go right here. Squeege, did you guys catch Aaron Rodgers' comments on the Pat McAfee show recently? Dude was dropping nukes on Pat. We did. We actually touched on that yesterday. If you go back to the first hour, you'll certainly find it there. Interesting takes, I think. Go check it out. Let's go right here to Tyrone. Mark, you don't even believe that, though, bro. Mark says this. He says the Steelers actually sent Rodgers away from the facility. He looked so bad. I'm not sure what Mark is going at here. Somber says that's fine.
Aaron was sick.
Oh, when he was sick. Gotcha. Steelers actually sent Rodgers away from the facility because he looks okay. Interesting. Let's go to Somber. He says that's fine. Aaron is basically a billionaire. He could pay the fine. And you know what? That's what I thought about that R.D. Smith. You know?
Right? Yeah, he just get
$25,000. Daddy got the come on. Dude owned FedEx for crying out loud. Mike Tomlin gone. Tortilla says Arthur gets fined again. Steel Loyal, what's up, fellas? What's good? Good. What's cracking? Great seeing Steel Loyal in the house all the way from North Carolina. I know he's ready for football season as the Green Bay Packers will be here in 8 days. 8 days. That's right, guys. Just 8 days. Mark Malone, the Dunkmeister, will come along. Hoffman may start a few of the first games. Mike, there's a name that I didn't mention earlier while we were talking about some of these offensive linemen. Of course, Brock Hoffman, who did play under Coach Mack before. So, as much as you're not into the Brock Hoffman conversation, he's still a possibility at that, especially at that right guard position where we're at.
Yeah, he's a possibility. He's been working there, him and Spencer Anderson, but Spencer I think has been getting more the 1 reps, and he's getting like the second team reps. So kind of a mini battle going on between those two, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just not a big Brock Hoffman fan.
You made that known from day one.
Yeah, really just not a fan. Like, I know some people like him because he's mean, he's nasty. That's fine, but he sucks.
I like that. I like
you can be mean and nasty, but you got to be good.
You spoke about Kiyomatu the other day. I think you're on the board. You did, and he was kind of that way too. He wasn't great, but he was mean and nasty. He would bite you in the face if he had the opportunity.
Oh yeah. So. See, I like Kiyomatu. I thought Kiyomatu was a decent card.
Yeah. Let's continue forward. Let's go
right
here.
8, he's Samoan.
Well, he's Samoan. I would have certainly taken him.
How can you not like a Samoan offensive lineman? I don't care if he sucks. You gotta like him.
I know. I'm like reverse racist when it comes to Samoans. I want them all.
Give me them all. In your eyes.
They are perfect. I will never say anything bad about a Samoan football player. Again, ever since I seen that high school all-star football game,
right?
The Hawaiian game when they were all Samoans, I thought this is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. There was
that Ryan guy? Yeah, but he's kind of racist towards Samoans. What, really? Yeah, man, he loves them. They can do no wrong in his eyes.
You seen 22 big bushy ponytails bouncing around as these guys were just zipping. I never seen anything like it. They were high school kids. What was going on in that field? It was insane. Let's continue forward. Let's go right here too. Dunker might not start this year. I mean, that's more than likely the case, unless things go bad for the team and the offensive line and injuries start happening or mad failure. But that's probably going to be the case. But you know what? Again, of all the rookies, Mike, all the good news being told, I don't hate that. Again, if he's going to be the guy of the future, I'm not going to rush him now. I want him to get it right and be the guy of the future at that position. Because once you get your offensive line, and then you can start focusing on other things like winning. Yep. And we've been doing okay with a lot of issues. So again, the offensive line coming together is encouraging to me. I like it. Again, I'm going to give Dunker his time. The left-hand side of the line from center out, I'm very content with. If Max continues to bring it at right tackle, and then whoever does get to fill that spot at right guard, if he works and becomes that guy, we're going to be happy because again, not having offensive line issues it's a flex.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Because then you're allowed to do those fun first round picks.
Right. Absolutely.
You go out and get this guy, this shiny little toy. Once you get your O line and D line set, man, you're able to do a lot of fun things. Dunker, from what I read, it's looking like it's going to be what they wanted to do with McCormick his rookie year.
Yes.
Just like you said, just let him like a red shirt year. We're going to get a lot of work in with you in camp, work on your technique and shit. Just know you're probably not going to play this year, but keep working because you're our guy going forward.
I agree. And they like him. We like him. The fans like him. I could see him having a good future, providing he does the work that he needs to do to do just that. Let's go to Yinzer Joe. He says mental mistakes can lose. Absolutely. And that's why I'm such a big thing on the mental aspect of football, because again, that's 90% of the game is between your ears. So I couldn't agree with you more, Joe. Let's go to Corey. Corey says this: you mean the little things that Tomlin should have been cracking down on, and the little things that Bill Belichick perhaps? BB would have benched players for. That's great news. That's championship accountability. No, I agree. Mark Malone, he says this: I bet we'll see plenty of 4 wide. I will see it, absolutely. Here's a question, Mike. A lot of people are talking about this in regards to camp. Are we going to see more Aaron Rodgers under center? Because this opens up a lot of things. He likes to play out of the pistol, the shotgun. Yeah. So a lot of people, Mike, right now that are talking are saying, I'd like to see Aaron under center more, which I'm sure he doesn't love the idea. However, you're opening up a lot of things because now the possibility of the run is there. You're opening up things for the passing game, the play action pass. All these different things might come with going under center. Do you think under Coach Mack and company, do you think Aaron Rodgers gets under center? And the thing is, I think it'll be more just by default because of what Coach Mack does.
Yeah.
But do you think that it'll be significantly more than what Aaron likes to do?
Probably. It's further along from that Achilles. He's looks what we're able to see, the limited amount we're able to see in camp. He looks more mobile than he did last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's going to be under center more because that's the way McCarthy's offense is run, is out of center. And when you're just playing a lot of shotgun snaps, teams can just tee off. If you're going to run or pass, it doesn't matter. You can see them crowding the box. That year when Ben's elbow was shot, he couldn't pass, and Eric Ebron was saying, "Yeah, every team knew what we were going to.
Right.
We were limited. They were just down in the box, whether we were passing or running. You're kind of screwed." And if he can get back to under center and being comfortable playing under center, yeah, that's going to open up the offense more, give more space, and keep teams a little off balance.
And also, you've seen that play out the past few years under the Russ Wilson experience and the Justin Fields. Once teams know you can't pass and you're not passing the ball well, it really gums your offense up because again, you have all these people in the box, and now I don't know what the hell to do because I can't pass the ball down the field. I can't pass the ball over the middle. I'm going to have to run or do one of these short pass plays, these long runs, if you will. And again, this is just something that I'm glad to get away from. So if Aaron does get under center, again, that it ungums things on the offense. And again, it keeps you on your heels if you're playing defense, and it allows you to do different things. And again, opens up. It lets the word that was used in the article, I think it lets the passing game breathe a little bit. And again, I hope this is something we see. This is certainly something that I've been reading about often. And again, at the end of the day, just suck it up, Aaron. You got one season left. If you got to get under the center's ass for X amount of plays, just get in there because, we got a team. Let's see what this Pittsburgh Steelers team can do this year. Do what you got to do to get it done. Because, again, a lot can happen. Aaron Rodgers, Mike, not only can get Peyton Manning's touchdown record, he could break that with like 7 touchdowns this year. He also has other records that he is trying to break as well. So, I mean, Aaron could do really well for himself by being a better quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. And at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know what Aaron's about. I thought he was all about the team. Then earlier in the week, I don't want to get into Aaron too much, but Mike, this is what the leaderboard looks like at the moment. If you are talking about the active passers of all time, Aaron Rodgers is the highest. He has the most yards amongst all active quarterbacks with 66,274. Right behind him, Matthew Stafford coming in with the 64,516. Number 3 on the list, Mike, of active quarterbacks passing yards leaders is Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco comes in at number 3 with 48,176 yards. Kirk Cousins at number 4 with 44,700 yards. Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, comes in at number 5, Mike. He's 39,793 yards. Jared Goff, 39,622. Dak Prescott, number 7, 35,989. Patrick Mahomes, 35,939. Josh Allen, 30,102 yards. And then number 10, bringing up the rear in this category, which is not a bad category to bring up the rear. Number 10, most active passing yards in the league, Mike, is Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, of course, his name pops up here in Pittsburgh every once in a while. In the news, Mike, 28,525 yards. But again, say what you will about our quarterback. He leads, yes, he's 42 years old. I understand. But you know what? This guy done some good things. And again, he's the best opportunity we have to win football games this year.
Yeah, and like in his passing last year wasn't that bad either, like yardage wise and touchdowns.
No.
He was still, 15th in yardage, tied for 13th in touchdowns, tied for 12th in interceptions.
And not far behind that Baker Mayfield character. Again, I think Aaron's better than Baker all around in his career, but at the end of the day, one guy's 31 and the other guy is 42.
Yeah.
So again, Aaron, not a bad year by any means last year.
No, not a bad year, not a terrible year. Ups and downs. Like you said, at this juncture in his career, I'll take it. And with this offense, like we've been saying, it's kind of to the point now where Aaron doesn't have to go out there and make all the plays himself now. Now it's not only a number 2 receiver. Now it's looking like we have a number 3 receiver. and then a young rookie coming along, and then a dependable vet further down the line in Skoranek. Then you got two really good dependable tight ends. You got two really dependable running backs. Like, Aaron just needs to get the ball to guys' hands. Just find the open player and get the ball to him. And he still has the accuracy. He still has the arm talent of, changing the launch angles and shit like that. He still has it. He still has a lively arm too. He doesn't need to do it all. He just needs to just get the ball out of your hand to the right guy. And he still has that high football IQ, able to process it. I have a feeling his numbers this year are going to be leaps and bounds better than last year's numbers.
And I do want to say I made a mistake, Mike. He needs 13 touchdowns to pass Peyton Manning for all-time touchdowns, which, again, he had 24 last year. So you forget.
Yeah, I think he does that. I
think he does that as well, providing an injury doesn't happen or anything that happened when he was with that team, as he often refers to the New York Jets. That team, Mike, that was one of the funny things that I did take away from his freak out the other day. I love how he still calls the Jets that team.
That team. That team that you orchestrated the entire offensive roster for.
You got their head coach
you
fired.
pulled every string to get everyone on that offense.
Yeah.
That team. And the funny thing is, though, like, that team, when he went there, Ryan, you and I kept saying for years, like, they just need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Just someone who could do something. Oh, they're getting Aaron Rodgers. They might have a chance. And
that's when you realize that they're the Jets. You just realize at that moment that the Mets and the Jets will always be bad. Cursed. 1969 is the only thing good that's ever happened to either of those teams. And again, Mike, I'm not sold that acid wasn't responsible for that at the end of the day. I don't think perhaps those two teams. It was very odd that they come out of nowhere, the Amazons, the Mets, and then again the big prediction, Joe Namath, against Unitas and the Colts. So again, I think there might have been a little bit of that acid involved, but who knows? Who knows?
I don't think it actually happened. Like you said, I think the entire country was just under mass psychosis.
The brown acid, right?
The brown acid, MK Ultra, all rolled into one to convince everyone they won championships.
Let's get back on that terrible boy to see what beautiful Steeler Nation is up to right here. Just learning, my man. He says, "What's up, homies? At the doctor's appointment for the wife. Good thing I have my iPad. It's a long wait, my man. Always love hearing from Just Learning. Hope everything is good with the wife, sir. Get her ready for the Steelers. Maybe on the way home from the doctor's office, stop and get her a terrible towel. That will make her feel better. That'll make me feel better.
Make me feel better.
I don't know much about the wife, but it will make me feel better. Let's continue down right here to Steel Loyal. He says we have wide receiver 3 and 3B. Not problem in my eyes. That's a good way to put it, Steel.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I'm like, give him a game ball, would you?
I'm getting on my window closed down, so I will be throwing up a game ball here shortly.
All right, game ball to you, Steel. Let's go here to Tortilla. He says, let's trade Roman.
His value's high. The Mark Malone principle, value high. You got to move them.
Right. Buy high, sell high, buy low, right?
I have a new theory. Mark Malone is Bob Nutting.
And
he wants to trade all the good players.
You eat bugs. Let's move along. No, just kidding.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, he might be Bob Nutting. Let's continue. Let's go right here. I hear y'all, but this is, of course, Ty. Ty says, I hear y'all, but so we have only drafted one starter. And the thing is, that's not terrible news. They are rookies, and if you have a bad team, a lot of times you're starting starters. We have a good team kind of in place, and things are happening. So for one guy to potentially be a starter on a team that, people are having a lot of a good vibe about, again, not having quite a few starters is probably better, in my opinion. That just tells us that the players that we have, we weren't in dire need of things, but we certainly needed help, Mike. And again, the one that we were kind of dire need would be the tackle position, the offensive line. And IMAX might be very well started. Yeah,
and you go through the depth chart, you can see guys that a lot of draft picks on this team from recently, or, look at 3/5 of the offense, or most of the offensive line have been homegrown talent outside of Brock Hoffman. Everyone else is homegrown talent on that offensive line. That the defense outside of Patrick Queen and Deshaun Elliott, Brisker, like most of the secondary, everything is homegrown talent. So and they're all from the past 3 or 4 draft classes. So it's kind of hard for some of these rookies to break in because we've had some really good draft classes.
Absolutely. Let's go right here to Tortilla. Tortilla says maybe our 7th round safety. We'll start 2, Tyrone. Roman would get hurt on the plane over to San Francisco, is also what Tortilla is saying. That's pretty much it from Tyrone. The original OG Yinzer Joe says, hearing absolutely nothing about Michael Pittman has me concerned. I don't know. Give it another week on Pittman. Again, if you're doing good and you're a veteran and you're kind of doing what you're expected, perhaps that is why the lack of information about him is out there. Because I think if there was problems, that would certainly hit the media pretty fast. At the end of the day, to me, it just seemed, Joe, that it's probably going good. You know what I mean? There's nothing too bad. No highs are too high. No lows are too lows. And again, Pittman, come in, be the number 2, do your job. And things are going to do okay, I think, with our Pittsburgh Steelers, guys. Let's continue down on the terrible board right here. Tortilla says this, most rookies don't start. That is 100% true. And again, when they do, it's usually a bad team. Look at the Raiders. The Ashton Genty started last year. Look at the Raiders. The number 1 pick is going to start this year. So again, if your rookies aren't starting, that tends to mean that you have a better team, and is why what usually happens with the Steelers finishing around that 20 spot ultimately a lot of the times. Steel Loyal says Michael Pittman Jr. has made a few plays. Tyrone says your first and second round should be starting, bro. We just gave 2 battles. I mean, and again, that's situational. It's situational. It just depends on what you have going on. I'm not really concerned on that level. Just at the moment, let's go to Corey at Don't Drink That. He says, Tortilla, he'll tear his ACL from turbulence and suffer a dislocated disc in his back from the kid 1 seat back. Let's go here to Just Learning. Just Learning says this, the Chinese massage parlor is still closed.
Boo.
Boo. Let's go to Steel Loyal. Bernard got to earn it, Tyrone. He ain't going to just get it handed to him. And again, rightfully so. You got to earn the positions. Tyrone, Tortilla. Let's continue down right here. Let's go, Ty. Tyrone says this, most teams' first and second round picks start day 1. Why they picked so high beside. And again, our first round pick isn't a high first round pick. If he was in the top 5, perhaps. But again, at the end of the day, to me, it just tells me we got a pretty good team, and we're drafting and getting the guys appropriate to our positioning.
Yep.
Let's go to Steel Loyal. No, they don't. Tyrone. Roman needs to earn it. Tyrone says, LOL. Steel Loyal. Roman has earned it. Steel Loyal is saying. Let's continue down right here. Once my screen quits. There we go. Let's come down just a hair to this. Just Learning says, whatever happened to Corey Trice? We released Corey, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he was one of the first purges.
Yeah, Corey's gone, unfortunately. I liked him. I wanted it to work out. Unfortunately, some of the same issues that Darnell Savage was dealing with, Mike injuries.
Stay healthy. Yeah.
Stay healthy.
Yeah, he would have been he had second, third round grades on him, but the injuries.
I know. The injuries took him all the way down.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Because he was a talent. The guy had the physical. I mean, he was built just like JPJ. That's what I was excited about. Is seeing 2 guys Gumby arms back there in coverage. Let's see. Ty says no, he hasn't done shit. Steele says he only worked his ass off all off season. Jamie says Ty Roman earning it, but but Jeremy not going to just give it to him after either though. And I agree. And you know what? Things are going good. I'm not too concerned at this point. It's a battle for a reason. Still Loyal says I ain't sold. Jamie, he has always done good in practice and does nothing on Sundays. That is what Tyrone is saying. Jamie says, take off your blinders, Ty. Take off your blinders. Let's go right here to Tortilla. He says he hasn't done shit because he wasn't put in. You're mad because he's going to be put in the game. Tortilla is saying. Also, Ty got heavy OSU bias. Oh, I get it. Unfortunately, so does our guys. Derpy for sure. Let's go here.
God, yeah, Derpy big time. Like I could put aside my PSU.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't here all summer long because he was mad about Drew Rowler. I'm convinced.
He was, dude. Like, dude, they're in the pros now. They're a Steeler. I don't give a fuck where they went to college.
That's my
now. When I would have talked shit on them, oh yeah, I'll bring up their college. But you're my guy now. Like Ohio State guys, I love them until they give me a reason to hate them.
Again, if you're a Pittsburgh team, seeing guys from these colleges is a good thing.
Yeah,
Ohio State,
right.
the Alabamas, the teams that are just always good. Let's go down here. Let's go to Mark Maloney. He says, and Dean's numbers aren't skewed from playing in a Tomlin D either. He'll be fine. Let's go to Tortilla. Tortilla says you're acting like Roman is the worst wide receiver in the league, and all anyone wants is to see if he is good or not. We'll never know unless we play him. Let's get down here to Ty. Ty says this in response, bro. It has nothing to do with OSU. For the last time, he hasn't done shit. Get over it. Also, Ty is an OSU guy, and he's very big fan of JPJ. So again, I think Ty is lenient. I think that he could fall outside of his love for his college team because again, the rival is the guy that he's rooting for day in day out on the board. So. Let's go to Just Learning. Tomlin should have got a better coaching staff, and we would have won. And I agree. I think that this is something that we were learning over time. I agree. Again, that's a conversation for a whole other day. There's a lot that goes to that, but I agree ultimately. Let's go down here to Roman is below average wide receiver Tortilla. That is Tyrone is saying that. Still Loyal says you can say it has nothing to do with OSU, but it does, and it's clear. Tortilla says with potential, laugh my ass off. Okay, buddy, 162. That is Ty right here. Tortilla says as of right now, you're just mad over a title, a name of a wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 4. All we want to do is see Roman get a chance to play because no one knows what he is since he never got the snaps. Unfortunately, I agree. Tortilla follows it up by saying like this. He says that's like saying Bernard will always be mid. It's just an exaggeration.
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab a couple more here, and then I am going to get some new topics up, Mike. Let's go to Steel Loyal. Exactly, Tortilla. Tyrone don't even want to give him a chance. I don't know that that's the case. Again, Tyrone is a big JPJ fan, and again, he's a Penn State guy. So I don't know how much I hold on that, guys. But again, I'm certainly entertaining on the terrible board as always. I'm going to continue to follow along. Let's go here to Jamie. Jamie says no negativity on any of our players, especially when none is reported in the chat. Please. Let's go here to Ty. Tyrone says this. I want him to play as a wide receiver 4. I need to see who we just traded up and higher ceiling. Okay, yes, we traded. I gotcha. And then he says, of course, Bernard greater than Roman. Steel Loyal, but as wide receiver 4, laughed my ass off. Well, Roman has earned the wide receiver 3 spot, whether you like it or not. Tortilla says this. Roman has experience. Same reason Anderson is getting the foot up. More than likely. And for that reason, that's why I think Will Howard will probably have the advantage over Aller for a while. Again, until these guys have another year under their belts, it's hard to put a rookie unless they're just blowing you out of the water. It's hard to put the rookie above. It's just let's go here to
it's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyrone says this. As of now, a lot of time been used to pass him. Bernard, he's saying, let's go here. Let's go to Tortilla. Then why are you so mad that the guy who will lose his spot is playing good? Again, all the better. The more the guys play good, the better we're all going to be. So again, whether one guy's a 3, one guy's a 4, as long as they're all scoring touchdowns, catching passes, for me at the end of the day. But again, totally understand the argument. Let's go right here to Sosh. Sosh says this, Mike, and again, kind of a well, you did bail on him the other day. You went to shit, and Sosh had to leave when you were.
I know.
I mean, I would be. I don't know. I don't know how I would be, but I just know that he wasn't too happy about that. Like,
yeah. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
But he does say hello, you old farts, and the old farts say hello right back to Sosh. Great seeing Sosh all the way from Switzerland, my man. Sosh in the house, baby. Let's go to Steel Loyal, laugh my ass off because he went to Michigan. Let's go to Ty. Ty says, I'm not a Tortilla type. I'm not as Tortilla. I'm just not buying the hype. I'm sorry. Let's go here. Tortilla says, Roman is playing like a guy who has one more shot. I agree. He sure is. Steel Loyal says, laugh my ass off. No, you don't want to see him play good. Jamie, of course, exchanging pleasantries with Sosh. Tyrone, in that case, Loyal, I would hate Muth, Porter. They went to Penn State. And that's what I'm saying. Ty likes guys that aren't from OSU. That would be my argument for you, Ty. I seen you support plenty of guys, not from Ohio State. Let's go here. Let's go to Tyrone. He says this. He says, in that case, Loyal. Okay, we did get that. Jamie says, I'm old and I know it.
Old and proud.
What is old? You just go from being living to dead to one day, and everything else in between is just a big blur. Let's go right here. Tyrone says, "Get a grip." LOL. Steel loyal? No, Tyrone. Don't even. There is no rivalry like the Ohio State and Michigan. You can't fool us. You can't fool us, he says. Let's go right here. Steel Loyal says that, and I do want to say, my man, Steel Loyal, always great seeing you. Just learning Rogers dated a sexy actress a while back. We get caught up here a little bit on the messages, Mike. We do have some interesting Rogers stuff still to talk about. Lots still to go on. Guys, do you want the ridiculous topic of the day now, or do you want to wait? I have something that's so ridiculous that I think we're all going to get a chuckle out of this. Mike, what do you want to do the ridiculousness of Hump Day right now?
Yeah.
Here we go. Cam Hayward.
Oh, God.
Cam Hayward on not being a top 100 on the Madden ratings.
Whoa.
Mike.
On the Madden ratings.
Madden ratings. He was snubbed, and he says, I don't give a damn. Me, Mike, I don't believe that Cam Hayward don't give a damn. And I have about 100 things to say about this. Just last year on my television, it told me that he was number one at his position at certain games. Also, it told me that he was a top 5 player at certain points, and then something else I read. Mike, again, apples and oranges, but the video game doesn't even think he's a top 100 scorer, a player.
No.
What am I missing?
Cam cares about all that stuff.
Absolutely, he does.
He cares about that stuff. All that. You just listen to the way he talks and stuff. He cares about how people perceive him.
Absolutely.
Stuff. So to say he doesn't care about Madden rankings, that's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. Cam.
I agree.
Like, you may not care about it as much as some of those other publications ranking you high. You care, dude. You care. When it's me, Aaron Donald, and everyone else, me, Chris Jones, and everyone else in the rankings, like, you care about them. You read them.
Me and Aaron Donald and everyone else. He doesn't make a top 100 spot.
Yeah, embrace it.
It's just real quick. It's the ridiculous topic of the day. This is Cam Hayward. Mad on the Madden snub. He's not a top 100 player on Madden in the ratings. Mike, the quote that he had was, I don't give a damn, is what he says. I disagree. I think Cam gives a damn. And again, Mike, I'm not understanding the logic here, because one day he was one of the best players at his position, and today, the very next season, he's not a top 100 on Madden.
Yeah.
What's going on, Cam? Cam wants 2 more seasons. He's thinking, Mike, he wants to do about 2 more seasons at 37 years old. He's planning on wrapping it up before right around 40 years old. Again, whatever.
Can this be his last year? We need the cap space.
This was the ridiculous topic of the day. Again, Cam Hayward, you're not fooling anybody.
No, not fooling anyone. And there is breaking NFL news.
All right, let's get it.
It's Sosh broke it. Sosh, you're the best. Stephon Diggs signs with the Commanders, $12 million.
You know what? I kind of thought that was coming, actually. Once what's her face went back to
Debo,
San Fran, I thought, you know what? Why not get Diggs? It just seems like that's in their ballpark. That's their okay. There you go. Big news. Stephon Diggs, guys, signing with Washington. The Redskins got him, and then of course Debo Samuel back across the country, 3,000 miles to San Francisco. So some things are happening again. Mike, here in Pittsburgh, Ahkello Witherspoon, he retires. That also some news, not quite as big, but for us Steelers, there you go. Let's go down here. Let's go to Tyrone. Okay, laugh my ass off. He's a bum. Sosh, I see it's the same board as always, Mark and Tyrone going at it. But you know what? We wouldn't have it any other way.
You know, it's not an official day if those two don't get into it.
I agree.
I don't count it as a day lived in my life.
No, I just take it out of my calendar. I rip that day right out of the calendar.
I gain a day of life.
Yeah. Let's get back to it. Let's go right here. Still Loyal says this, Mike. He says, I guess that makes Bernard extra trash since he can't pass. I don't think that's the case. I think Bernard is doing just fine. I just think that Roman is doing what he really knows he has to do. He has to play out of his mind in his training camp.
Dude, like, I'm stoked that my third-year player has finally figured it out. I'm ecstatic for it. And I'm also happy that my rookie second-round pick is just chugging along, moving along, doing everything he needs to do to get ready for the season. Like, these are great great news coming out of camp.
And again, you might not like it, but again, these are good problems. You want to take sometimes something that it's a good thing. You might not particularly prefer the way that again with the two receivers, but again, it's a good problem to have. I would rather have this and only having one wide receiver and all of the MVSs and Adam Thielens and everything else that you gave us. Who was the guy? Mike John. What was the guy 2 seasons ago that came in?
Allen Robinson.
The other guy that came in, he scored a touchdown in the Washington game, and he never got a touchdown again.
Mike Williams.
So, I mean, again, this is a good problem. We'll take these problems any day over the problems that we've had. And again, new coordinators, new coaches. Arthur Smith is gone. Plenty to be optimistic about. Let's go here to Tortilla. Tortilla says this, bum one. Week fun the next week, guys. Bum one, week fun the next next week. Let's go to Saw. She says, Mike, my queen, eat some crickets. We need you to calm down, Tyrone and Mark. And that seems to be the only thing that keeps you under wraps anymore, Mike, is eating those crickets.
Oh, fuck you.
Do you still have these crickets? Do you have the remainder?
Oh, God. No. They're no longer with us.
Did you kill the whole pack, or did you throw them away?
No. Fuck no. Hell no.
Let's see. Let's go right here. Still loyal. He loves busting my balls right here because every once in a while I do go to this particular site to grab some things, and every time I do, he calls me out. So let's go right here. I got to skip down. He's busting my balls. He says this, just read the article. They weren't talking about Madden ratings. They were talking about his NFL ranking list. Cam is 16 highest rated in NFL Madden. And again, what we do here is we take headlines sometimes, and we do talk about the headlines without the information. We do give our thoughts on it. So if, again, that does happen, I apologize to you, Steele. I do know that you do love busting my balls when it does happen. And sometimes we do go further into the story because we touch about 30 different topics during our show throughout the day. So to do that, I have to have certain strategies to do so. So again, I apologize to you, my friend. But if the Madden scoop was enough to take you over the edge, there you go. Let's continue to move on. I'm going to go right here to Tyrone. Tyrone says this, Bernard can easily pass him. He's in in year 3, so they give him a shot first. Let's go to Steel Loyal. Steel Loyal says, laugh my ass off, Tyrone. You are so lost. Also, Jamie says this, Samuel Jr. and Ramsey, FSU players. If you think they're done, you don't know what you're talking about. Was Jalen Ramsey an FSU guy?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know.
Yep.
Let's continue here to Steel Loyal. You refuse to believe Roman is playing good. I think that's to Ty. Also, he says, once he fucks up, and he will, LOL, Bernard will shine. And if that be the case, if he does F up, and Bernard shines, that's a good thing as well. Again, another good problem to have. Let's go right here, and we will have our wide receiver that will produce right away, not wait 3 years. Let's go right here to Steel Loyal. He says, take me over the edge? No, but it's enough for me to give y'all the correct information. If that's a problem, I want. No, not at all. It's not. It's not a problem at all. I was just explaining. Let's continue real forward right here. Let's go to Steel Loyal, where he does say this. He says, laugh my ass off preying on his downfall. You can't sit here and say it's not because he's from Michigan. Tyrone, he says, no, I just like Bernard more, better as a player. Steel Loyal says, wonder why. These guys. Ty, I'm not an idiot. Tortilla says this because Roman is black. Wait, he's black? Okay, news to me. I guess he is black, but again, that would be a crazy argument. Someone liking Roman because he's black.
It's like that bit in one of the.
I'm just a tad bit blacker than Roman. I'm just saying.
It's like that bit in God, Lethal Weapon 4. But you're blick. You're blick.
Of course, here is Sasha's breaking news. Stephon Diggs signs with the Commanders. Steel Loyal says Redskins gave up on Brandon Ayuk. They did. He's gone. All right, I don't know. I don't know what his deal is.
Like he's still technically under contract with the 49ers. Like Brandon Ayuk has speed run Antonio Brown's entire playing career and entire postseason career downfall while still being under contract. It's wild what Ayuk is doing to himself.
It is.
He lost himself a shit ton of money. We dodged a big bullet. Bullet by him. Like backing out of the deal with us and, stabbing us in the back, using us as leverage, however you want to frame the story. We dodged the bullet.
Let's go right here. Let's go to Trey Bernard for Ayuk. Hoffman, Mark Malone says this Hoffman will put his adversaries in a Deutsch oven, a Dutch oven. Let's go to Steel Loyal. Redskins gave up on Ayuk. Tyrone, he says, I seen that coming once they said they're good on Brandon. Good pickup for show. Jamie says this Ayuk plays again in the NFL. I'd be surprised. And who's going to spend money on this guy at this point, Mike?
No one. You can be crazy, but you got to be healthy and productive. You got to be like AB style, productive and otherworldly talented to have these type of antics, and people want to keep giving you a chance. And he does not have that level. He hasn't played football in over a year from that knee injury. His career is probably over and done with.
Let's go here. Just Learning says this Diggs was getting too freaky with that dude. Mark Malone says having a whole offense helps. Absolutely, sure does. Steel Loyal says Roman Wilson is going to catch that final. And listen, I apologize. I wasn't being a dick to you. I was just saying because again, I forget where I was going. So I'm going to continue on. Then I'm going to continue my apology to you in a second once I remember where I was going. Let's go right here to Steve. Steven Stroud. He says, I've been meaning to tune in. Steven, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Terrible Board. We're glad to have you. We're certainly getting ready for the Pittsburgh Steelers as they do play the Green Bay Packers in just 8 days right here in Pittsburgh. Steven, great to have you. Mr. Stroud, he says, I've been meaning to tune in. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. Thank you.
What up?
Just Learning says this. He says, Ryan, when you were pipping Mike and Derpy, did you have to get physical when they did not bring you the money? Well, I got to be honest with you. Derpy wasn't really pulling in much money, but yeah, Mike, I had to get him in the full Nelson a couple of times, and
Hey, I was pulling in the money. I was just trying to hide my profits. Ain't nothing wrong with skimming from the top, baby.
What I was
when
saying
when you're a top earner like me, sometimes you gotta look out for number one.
Hey, them lot lizards, man, they pay up a lot of money. I don't know where they get it with.
Yeah, they do.
What I was saying, I do apologize, Easter. I was just saying because again, it was the ridiculous topic of the day. It was nothing that I did put time into. But the more I'm reading your message, he didn't make the 100 ranked players in the NFL. Not even Madden. I mean, if that's the case, that's even funnier. Why is that not the story? Is that what's being said? He didn't land in the top 100 ranked players in the league. Because if that's the case, I think that's even funnier. Because just last year on my TV, they told me he was the best player at his position, and I would assume that player would somewhere fall in the top 100 again. I do apologize. Still, I do want you to bring the information. Absolutely. Let's continue forward. Let's go right here. Mark Malone says this: they're part of Jacob's Ladder. They're part of the Jacob's Ladder. Absolutely, Stu. And at the end of the day, that's why I don't really get into theirs. I grab an article or a headline. Most of the time it is ridiculous, and that's why I do. So at the end of the day, I apologize, and I do thank you for what you do contribute to the show because it is valued still. And again, I appreciate you. Let's continue forward. Let's go down here. Matter of fact, to Steel. Steel is next on the board. No Tyrone. Don't want that. He ranted him suck and he'd rather him suck and we get nothing for him. Gotcha on that. Yeah. No, I feel you, Steel. You my man. Hey. Let's go right here. Let's go. Steel says this Tyrone is so entertaining, man. You never know what you're gonna get for real. Tyrone says, call it how I see it, bro. Let's go right here to Somber. Somber says, so hyped for camp and now so negative. You knew it was coming, though. You had to know it was coming.
The crash was going to come.
Let's go to Tortilla. Tortilla says, like a Roman Coliseum. Tyrone calls it like you see him. That had to be read correctly because it was written as such. Let's go here to Steel Loyal. Laugh my ass off. Only negative towards Roman, though. Everyone is doing great. Let's go here. Let's go down to Ty. He says, I'm not negative. I just don't see the hype, and I want to see our first and second round picks. You know what? That's a good question. When I did say that, I did second guess myself because if Mendoza, I think he could, but he may not. I don't know. Who's their other quarterbacks? Their guy last year is in New York again. It wasn't Geno Smith, their guy.
Yeah, it was Geno Smith, and then right now it's Kirk Cousins and Kirk Cousins, Mendoza, and I forget who the third string is, but yeah, Mendoza
could very easily be Cousins. Then
Aiden O'Connell. That's who it was.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Mendoza is going to start by midseason. No later than midseason.
Yeah, Cousins will definitely start. Let's go here. Let's go to Jamie. Says, correct, Somber. Don't like that negativity. Tyrone says, I said quarterback a little different. Jamie is facts, bro. Somber says, how's Junie doing, Tyrone? A couple more messages. We're going to get into some new topics here. Let's go to Ty. Says, somewhat better. I'm going to have to take him tomorrow, I think. We come down here a little bit. Steven said this. I've heard very little about Dunker. What's up with that? Hey, he's just Mike. What's your summary on Dunker? If someone would ask you what exactly Steve just asked,
it's looking like it's going to be a redshirt year for him. They're working closely with him on technique and stuff. Like they love the energy. From what I've read, he's running from drill to drill. He's ready to go. Very physical, very high motor. So they're trying to just refine his craft. He's moving from tackle to guard. So they're working on a lot of things with him, and it's seen as like a redshirt year for him. And next year, then he'll be a guy to compete because we have McCormick coming up for a contract. Spencer Anderson, this is his last year, depending on how those guys play and who they re-sign. Dunker might be starting at left or right guard next year. So this is the year they just want to get their hands on him, mold him into the type of player they want him to be at this level.
So there you go, Steve. That's basically it. Again, kind of a red shirt season for the redhead. That seems to be what the case is right now. Depending on what goes on with the position, who knows? Things could happen again. Think about what happened to Mason McCormick when he was just a mere rookie. So again, nothing's out of the question, but that's kind of where it sits right now. Just Learning said, did you guys call the Steelers pack yesterday?
The Steel Pack boys.
Oh yeah, the Steel, yeah, with their three little diamonds on their head. One's going to be a Cowboys star, one's going to be a Packers G, and the other one's going to be the Steelers logo. So that's the way it's looking right now. Steel Oil says it's the case. Let's continue down here a little bit. Trust us, he says. Let's go here to Madden. Probably got JPJ at an 84 overall. Because he bitches about everything, Summer. That's why a lot of times I do bring up retarded things about Cam. Let's see, Jamie says, my personal opinion, I think Jeremy and Roman are going in and out. They're comparable and reliable. That's what I think too, Mike. I just think that one guy knows the NFL way a little bit better than the other guy, because he's been around. Granted, he hasn't played, but still, having time certainly goes somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
It means something.
Yeah, it does. You have that the NFL experience. You know what you have to do at this level, and you have a rapport with the quarterback. You know that's going to give you an advantage. You've been here longer. You've worked with this quarterback. You know what he likes. Jeremy's still learning that, and he's still asking every player questions. He's asking Rodgers what he needs to do and stuff like that. So he's still learning. Roman is still learning too, but he has a huge leg up. He's been in the league for 3 years
now. Let's go right here. So he didn't. Okay, so this one I'm curious. I mean, if it's going to help me with this information, they weren't talking about his Madden ratings. They were talking about his NFL rate. He's not one of the top 100 players. And you know what? I think I knew that, right? I knew that. But why are they telling me he's the best defensive tackle last year, Mike? Why? What's going on?
It's which ranking are you looking at? You looking at PFF, PFT, NFT? You looking at the NFL's players top 100?
I don't know.
There's so many different. Because the one that shows up on TV is the PFF.
Well, the one on my television tells me he's the best defensive tackle in the league. When somebody else tells me he's not top 100 players in the league, again, with Cam, I always have questions, guys, and I apologize if I bring them up, but there's always something with Cam. I don't know.
You and Cam, I thought me and Cam had beef. You and Cam got generational
just
beef.
Annoys the shit
I love
out of
it.
me. Again, he's the best defensive tackle in the league, Mike. That's what they said on TV. So millions of people see that particular information, is what I'm saying. So this is what people go by. I'm watching the game. Why would it be wrong? It says he's the best defensive tackle. I couldn't imagine he's not a top 100 player if he's the best. But again, I do always kind of go off on Cam. I apologize.
I just love that I'm not the deranged one for a change.
Oh, you are deranged, but that's beside the point.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for the season to start.
And you do eat bugs.
I'm like Aaron Rodgers. I'm like Aaron Rodgers, coach. I ain't doing the reps right now unless you need me to.
Again, Aaron Rodgers on Mike McCarthy, 30 to 40 snaps in preseason. He says, Mike, if you want me to, I'll play. During preseason, of course, Mike McCarthy wants Aaron Rodgers, he mentioned, to play 30 to 40 snaps in preseason. To me, a little excessive to have your starting quarterback out there. I'm saying in a series, perhaps a little bit more as preseason goes on. Mike, this is what Aaron says about Mike McCarthy's 30 to 40 snaps in preseason. He says, quote, Mike, I will if you want me to. I'll play. He says, I'm not saying I want to, but I'll do it. But if he wants me to, I will. So again, just another reason to be interested to see preseason, just 8 days away, Mike. Yes, we do want to see the young kids, but I do want to get a good look at my starting quarterback again, just to kind of get a feel for where he's at this point as well.
Yeah, and I saw Big Ben had some comments about this too. He was saying 30 to 40 snaps. He's like Ben said, in my eyes, that's too much. A guy can go out there and get hurt. You don't want your starter to get hurt. And he's also said, you're taking your snaps away from the younger guys. Get him in there for he's a series or two, depending on how things go. Then yank him and then go down your quarterback list. Start getting everyone else their reps in, and then focus in on the young guys. I agree with Ben. That's how I would do it. I would get my starter out there, let them break, get the rust off. It's a different atmosphere. Your different speed, from training camp to that preseason game, and then to the regular season. Get them acclimated to the whole process, because we're not doing joint practices this year. So get them out there, get reps in the game, let them take some hits. Just get the rust off. But a series, maybe two, but the less Aaron Rodgers has a chance to get hurt in the preseason, the better. And I want to see these younger guys. I want my number 2 quarterback out there getting reps in this offense. Then I want my 3s and 4s to get their reps to see what do we got in these guys.
And it's overdoing it. People always say don't over adjust. And the starting quarterback getting no action last year in preseason, going to 30 to 40. I mean that's ridiculous. Again, somewhere a happy medium, closer to the lower number, I would think, with your starting quarterback. But at the end of the day, we'll see. And again, I can't imagine 30 to 40. I mean, that's a whole lot of football right there. Again, perhaps throughout the preseason, did he mean? I don't know. Is that through all 3 games?
That's still a couple. That's still a lot of
13 snaps a game. So again, we will see. We'll continue to follow that. Over adjusting, I would think would be the word that I would use there. And again, that you wouldn't want to do that. Let's go here to Steeler Depot strikes again, and this is what Tyrone says. He says, "Yes, I unfollowed them. Maybe I will too. Maybe I will too. They keep getting me yelled at." Let's go here to Steel Loyal. Let's go to Steel says, "This take me over the edge." Oh no, we did get that. I did already. We did talk about that. Somber, he is half black, and I did jokingly make that comment. I knew that Roman was half black, but again, some people might not. They may not know. Let's continue down here to Jamie. Jamie says, "Facts, Mike. Why is anybody bitching about reports from Jeremy and Roman? We should be ecstatic."
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I am ecstatic, and for the reasons I said earlier, I think it's a good thing that Roman is outplaying Bernard in the sense that he's actually outplaying him. He's not getting the nod because this or because of that. The fact that he worked back to be able to play to that level and has that is what has me thinking that this is a good thing. I don't think it's because of the lack of performance for Bernard. Again, he's a rookie. Yeah. He's still learning. So again, I don't think this is the worst thing ever. I do want to jump up to the top here and say what's up to Lindsay. Always great seeing Lindsay. I do want to say that you were rewarded from Somber. Somber did shoot you a membership the other day, so you do have access now to use all the related. Okay, it was from Vegas. From Vegas. Okay, all the related of course, emojis. If you open up your emojis now, you will see a shirtless Derpy. You will see some Vanilla Thunder. You'll also see some of our catchphrases from the show, and even a terrible towel. More Steelers stuff coming on the way. So you do have access to that tonight, or to that now. Lindsay, again, we're glad to have you back. We're glad that you did get your membership. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We're just 8 days away from the Green Bay Packers coming to Pittsburgh to play some football, Mike.
Yeah, and Lindsay, that's the only emoji you need. It's the Vanilla Thunder.
There it is in there. He even has one of him face palming in there with the face palm.
That's the only one that she needs.
Tyrone told me Vegas. Whoever think. Okay, I think it was Vegas.
I think it came up under Vegas's from yesterday. Yeah,
but it looks good. It looks good on the screen there. Again, glad you got your membership. Let's continue forward right here. Let's go to Steel Loyal. He says exactly, Jamie. Of course, Jamie says we should be ecstatic about this wide receiver position. The depth, of course. Let's go here to Mark Malone. Mark Malone says, I'm sure Derpy has pulled plenty of dongs. We still owe him. We still owe him the dong, Mike. I haven't given him the dong yet.
You can give him all the dongs you want, brother.
I was going to try to give him the dong before he went down to camp tomorrow, but I don't.
He's
think
not getting any dongs from Mike. I'll tell you that right now. Or Thunder. Yeah.
Let's go right here.
Thunder said he's not getting any dongs either.
Let's go to Steel Loyal because Steelers Depot, of course. The kids care about Mads. I totally get it. And I apologize again. I think it's funnier, though, that he's not in the top 100 players list in the official rankings. That's even funnier. And the fact that he made a higher ranking on a video game than in real life, when one says he's not a top 100, and the other says he's, a 17 or whatever. So, again, just Cam, he's always bringing his shit, always with the shit he does. Let's go right here to Steel Loyal, the Clip Big Tactics, of course. Let's go here to Tortilla. Tortilla says this. No, don't apologize to Steel. He sent me a picture of a shirtless Jack Sperry. That is scary. That is scary. He said, if I had to suffer through it, so do y'all.
Damn.
My man. Somber Cousins, yes. I would say so. I would say Cousins as well. I thought when Gino went to the Jets, I thought they were out of options, but I did forget all about Kirk Cousins. So, yes, he'll certainly be Aiden O'Connell, the GOAT. There you go. Who was that other guy, Mike, the backup that was out in with the Charger? Easton or some shit like this?
I think so.
Guy named Easton. Let's go here. Mark Malone, I wouldn't count Dunker out just yet. I don't count him out entirely at this point. Steel Loyal says Nick Furrball said Dunker was looking good with the 2s and the 3s. Just Learning says, Jamie, don't be a baby. Let's go to Steel Loyal where he says this. He says JP is a 84. Some different things coming up here, Mike, in the topics. Let's talk about some different stuff. Big Ben, Mike, he was talking about this offense just recently and what they might be able to do, and the quarterback and the reps and everything of this nature. Big Ben, Mike, he says on his podcast, he says there's a good chance the Steelers can score 30-plus points every game this year, Mike. There's a good chance the Steelers can score 30-plus points, where I do know that you had them at roughly 26 points for the season. I think 30 is a pretty big improvement when it comes down to it, but there's going to be times that we're going to need to do it, and I think we're going to be able to score a lot of points. But scoring 30 consistently, we're going to have to be hitting on all cylinders for that to happen.
Yeah, and that was like the old Todd Haley. I want to, a point for every minute, so you hold the ball for 30, 35 minutes. That's where you should be. And that was with Ben Bell, AB. That was kind of tough to get game in, game out. We have the pieces, but can't, we consistently do it. We the O-line, we're high on, but like you said, it's kind of not in flux in a bad way, but it's in flux. Aaron Rodgers isn't who he once was, but he's still a highly effective quarterback. I think 30 might be a bit ambitious. We were 22.5 points a game. To score 30 points a game, LA Rams averaged 30 points last year. They were the only one to do it. Then Seattle at 28, 29 with Buffalo. So we would have to be up in that level. And we saw the way their quarterbacks were playing and the way their offenses were clicking. I think that might be a bit ambitious. That's why I had my expectations around that 26, 27 range. Vegas
in the house. What's up, brother? All the way from Las Vegas. My man, great seeing you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Terrible Board. Let's continue down. JPJ 84. Let me get down past these Madden ratings just a little bit. Let's go to and the days. Great seeing end of days. End of days, I was predicting, Mike, that this would be a 12-5 season. And I got to be honest with you, trying to remember back what I had predicted in the off season. I think we did two of them. We did one after the schedule, and then we also did a month after the schedule. I believe 12-5 was also my prediction.
I had mine like around. I think mine topped out at 12-5 too, and the other one I had it around like 11-6.
And I'd say that's what Ty has his. He's
like,
got
like 10 to 12 wins. That's doable for this team. We saw what they did last year. We see the upgrades that we have made in the rest of the league and the division, where we're in lockstep with everyone else. So, like, yeah, it's 10 to 12 wins is not out of the realm of possibilities.
I do want to say welcome to Ronald Albright. Welcome back to the Terrible Board, my friend. Great seeing Ronald. You know the season is getting close, man. The names continue to pop up. And Phyllis Steele was in the other day. But a handful of names, Mike, of the regular season names are seeing on the board, guys. This is when you know. This is when you know that you're getting close, and we are close. We're just 39 days away. That's Darren Perry days away.
Oh, Vegas.
From the Pittsburgh Steelers opening the season against the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh. It's coming, and it's coming fast. And I do want to say a big thank you to Vegas coming in and, of course, gifting out some memberships. And I'm looking on the
no Tyrone.
There's no Tyrone. Wait, it was between Tyrone. Who was the other one?
Tyrone and Mark Malone.
Tyrone and Mark. Did Mark Malone or Tyrone?
Mark Malone did not get it.
Oh man! So again, I think we have to put a bet on this. Who do you think is going to get a membership first? Will it be Tyrone or will it be Mark? And I don't even understand the logic here. How are they not even, if this is random? But I do want to say welcome to everybody and congratulations as Vegas is handing out the memberships. And thank you, Vegas, as well. It's really appreciated, my friend. Always love having Vegas around. Let's go right here. Let's go Steel Loyal. He wasn't even listed as a top 10. That's what I'm saying. The Cam thing for me is just very confusing.
And I thought he played well for
he played all right last year.
Yeah, he had dominant games where he kind of disappeared, but then like good games in there. Like I don't think he is what he once was, or a lot of like Steelers media, national media put up, but he's still a very effective defensive lineman.
I know.
I like to talk shit on him, but
maybe I'll get off his nuts. I don't know. I'm
starting to feel bad for Cam now. I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Yeah. Did his dodgeball game ever come to fruition? Remember they canceled his softball game down in Washington, PA, and they said he was probably going to do dodgeball or kickball. I'm pretty sure I wrote him on that too. Let's go right here. Let's go to that's the ranking. And again, I thank you. I thank you for all your information still. You are the man. And like many on the board, you do provide a lot. And again, I do appreciate you. Let's go here to Tortilla. It says ESPN hired Brandon Ayuk to do the rankings.
Well, he's available.
He is available. Steel Loyal says this. He says they hired his CTE first, and then Ayuk came in a week later.
That's a good one.
Let's go to Sommer. Sommer says, give Aaron a series, then play. I agree. Play Will and Drew after that. That's what I'm saying. Why is the information so crazy? What the fuck is the 30 to 40? That's a game. That's a whole game. What are you doing?
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Even if it is spread out over those 3 games, I mean, it's a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
I get him in and out, get Mason in and out, and then go from there.
Absolutely. I agree. Let's go right here. Let's go. Steel says, if I see Mason in the game, I'm going to commit a felony. Give Aaron a series. Then we will play Drew. Mason can F off. Let's go to Tortilla. Tortilla says this. JPJ going to make a few interceptions and get drug tested. Damn. Lindsay. Always great seeing Lindsay. Steel Loyal says, if you use Steelers Depot, just make sure you use an ass. I you know what I'm going through. It makes for good content. Let's continue on. Let's go right here. Let's go to Lindsay, of course. There you go. Got all set up. Tortilla, you know it's serious when Lindsay is here. Hey, Lindsay brings it, man. She got the game face on. She's ready to play some football. Let's continue down here. I see Lindsay using the emojis, looking good. Tyrone, absolutely. I think it was Vegas. We need TJ emoji. You know what? We could do that. We can make some kind of TJ emoji. So there's more thunder emojis. God,
there's 2 thunder emojis.
I think everybody missed the emoji meeting that we had except for Mike. When we created the list of all the emojis, Mike sat there and put Vanilla Thunder the whole way down the list. Apparently,
Well, like
I'm just kidding. Relax.
I think the next emoji is just going to be emote.
Just eat your bugs and relax.
It's going to be a picture of Somber saying emote.
Lindsay, did you see Mike eating bugs earlier in the week on the show?
I'm trying to repair my relationship with Lindsay, okay? And you got to bring up me eating bugs. Don't make her think of Tater in this moment.
If you missed it, go back to about the first 20 minutes of Monday's show. That's all I'll say. I'll leave it right there. I won't badmouth you, Mike. I would just tell her the reference point. She can look it up for herself. Let's continue forward. Let's go to Steel Loyal. He says Roman's going to average 2 touchdowns a game. That'd be fantastic if it did play out that way. My Roman Empire, he says, yeah. He is Steel wide receiver 1 is what Lindsay is saying. Jamie Vegas. Jamie's saying, just learning. What the fuck are you calling me a baby?
What?
I don't
going on the board today.
I didn't see it, but let's continue. Roman sucks. Tyrone says trade JPJ is what Tortilla is saying. It is. It's a bitter preseason. Again, once the Steelers start winning, I know things are going to start shaping up, but everybody's they're yancy. People are ready, Mike. They're chippy.
They are. They're ready to go. I'm afraid what's going to happen. Like what would happen if we lose our first game?
Well,
I don't want to think about it, but
I'm going to be under the desk I'm going to be under the console for that particular episode. But
right,
I don't think it's going to happen. I think we got Atlanta at home. I'm confident. I'm not a gambling person again, but at the end of the day, I'm just leaning toward Atlanta. Loses this football game. Let's continue to move on. At least he doesn't blow. Steel Loyal says. It's a good way to look at it. Ronald Albright, of course. Book it, Dano. Roman Wilson will have over 70 catches this season for over 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. TD, I will accept all wagers. I'll go in on that. I'll go against that. Again, I'm not a gambling person, but that sounds like a...
What was the stat line?
I'm going against it. He says Roman Wilson will have over 70 catches this season for over 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. I'll take that. I'm going to go against that.
Wide receiver 1 numbers.
That is wide receiver 1, and I think Ronald's messing with us, but that's all right. Let's go here. Still Loyal. He says, all right, chill out, Ronald. LOL. Somber says, don't let Lindsay read the TJ slander. Let's continue on. Let's go here to Just Learning. Telling other people how to communicate is wrong. Lindsay says this, Roman will be fine. We have DK and Pittman ahead. That's what I'm saying. We're going to be good. I listen to what Lindsay's saying. I think she's not wrong. And then the 3 and 4, you let it work out. You got 1 and 2. That's a huge jump from where we were. We literally had 1 for years. And Calvin Austin, who would be comparable, Mike, with these 3 and 4s. Again, You put Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson, and Jeremy Bernard. Who knows who comes out the other end? So, Again, this was our second best receiver last year for the most part. So, again, Calvin Austin. I agree, Lindsay. I think we're going to be in good shape. Let's go here to Vegas. Vegas, again, thank you. Thank you for all the gifting. Again, I've seen some names on the board, Mike, that I recognize. We haven't seen in a while. They are getting their memberships. Congratulations to everybody for that. Let's go here. Let's go to Hashem. Hashem did get his as well. Vegas is the GOAT. This is what is being said also right here by Steel Loyal. Jamie says, just learning, fuck off.
Oh my God. We're about to get a penalty box, guys.
Let's go here. Ty still didn't get one. Ty still did not get one. Mark Malone either. Who do you think is going to get one first, Mike? I think that it's going to be Mark Malone.
Me too. Me too. And I'm rooting for them both. I want everyone.
It just seems like that's how it would play out.
Yeah, I want everyone who's here in and out doing grinding to get one. But between those two, I'm kind of secretly I'm rooting for Tyrone because everyone's been jumping on him about the JPJ
right,
stuff.
Of course.
So I feel bad for him, but the algorithm is just going to go, we're going to get it to this guy.
I know. It just seems like that's going to be how it plays out, because then Mark will end out, he'll be talking his shit with it, and he'll be talking about JPJ. So anyway, it sure seems to me like that's how it will land. But again, of course, I'm pulling for Ty, and I don't mind Mark either. But it just seems to me the way I don't want to say I don't mind Mark. I like Mark, is what I'm saying.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
but it just seems like this is the way that it's going to play out to me. It seems like that would be the funniest way they could possibly play out anyway.
Everyone will get it except for Ty at the very end.
Right. That's just right. Let's continue to go on. Let's go right here. Mike also, Steele says, laugh my ass off, poor Tyrone. That's where I'm at with it too. Lindsay Vegas, thank you for my membership. I don't know if you saw them. Okay, awesome. Lindsay is all set up. Good. That's good. Somber, I gifted 30 the other day. Absolutely, brother. Thank you to all the thanks to everybody that's helping us out in that area, guys. Thank you so much. It's going a long way, and we do appreciate it. Thank you, Somber. Thank you, Vegas. Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
You really are. Vegas says they are 0-60. 0-60.
You guys are like the Washington Generals.
Let's go here to Ty. Says, yeah, I don't know. It's cool. Let's go to Steel Loyal Bro for show. YouTube is actively dodging Tyra. And again, I'm not laughing at him. I'm kind of laughing with them in a sense, because it's just, why Ty? Why does this work out? Why is this playing out like this for Tyrone? It's going to all hit him at once. He's going to get JPJ's contract signed. He's going to get a membership. Just watch. Let's continue. Let's go right here. Maybe if I had faith in Roman, I would get one. But he follows up by saying, I guess I'm never getting one because I don't. Steel Loyal said that's exactly it. Also, Mike giving out game ball there. Lindsay says, Thunder, do you feel bad for your criticism of TJ? Mike?
I put in the chat, I've been working to better myself. I've been trying to erase many sins in my life, and one of those is my TJ Watt slander. I'm trying to be a better man.
And he started eating bugs this week as well, Lindsay. You're going to keep this in mind. Let's move on. Let's go to Tyrone says no to that answer to the question about TJ Somber. Tyrone has been going in on TJ this whole morning. Laugh out loud. Steel Loyal said Mark hasn't gotten one because he hates JPJ. Vegas says damn. Some Ron Simmons, of course, his voice is a lot deeper than mine. Damn. Like, damn. Maybe something like that. Let's continue forward. Let's go here to Lindsay emote. There it is. Somber with the emote. Steel Loyal says Thunder the Tapman would never slander TJ. Tell Tapman to give VT a attitude adjustment. Let's go down and see what Lindsay got going on. My son got number 8 instead of 7 this year. I used to sport number 8 in baseball. It was actually 8. Not a bad number. That's a good number. Got your Aaron Rodgers on instead of Ben. Let's go 1,000 inch shows and no TJ emoji already. Vanilla has been slacking.
I have breaking news.
Yes.
I have a TJ Watt emoji ready.
All right, let's see it.
Which one will replace though? I got to replace one.
Get that my guy the hell out of there. Is that still
my guy has been replaced? So here's the current ones we got.
All right.
We got the Terrible Tao.
Mm-hmm.
We got Brother.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Mm-hmm.
we got Naked Derby.
Mm-hmm.
That has to stay.
Okay, top tier stuff. Good.
Yeah, we got Thunder.
Yeah. The pitcher.
Facepalm Thunder.
Okay.
We got the logo. We got the game ball.
Mm-hmm.
We got Listen.
Mm-hmm.
We got the goat.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a Duke. And on the tube.
Take the Duke out. We'll put the Duke back in when the season starts.
All right.
I guess no better time than to promote them. Guys, I'm not taking them out for any reason but just to create space because Lindsay.
It's all Lindsay's fault.
It's all Lindsay. No, but do get out, guys. Football's coming. There's a lot of football coming, and I know when football comes around, guys, I like to have myself a beer or two to watch the game, guys. Stop and grab yourself some Duquesne Pilsner. It's available in 6 and 12 packs at John Eagle, and also in cases wherever cases are sold. The guys over at Duquesne Pilsner always do well by us, so we try to do the same for them. Hey, you're not a big beer drinker, swing over to their Facebook page, all their social media, hit the follow, likes, all that kind of fun stuff will certainly help them out. We always have Duquesne Pilsner here on tap. It's a studio for every event that does come along, made right here in Western Pennsylvania. Mike, Duquesne Pilsner, Grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke.
All right, let's continue down. Let's go right here. Happy that the boys are getting ready. Their season's getting ready to get started for you, Lindsay. I know that you were really excited about that. Good for you. Let's continue down here to Lindsay No Ryan. Also a gifted membership. Oh, I don't know. Steel Tyrone. Tyrone says YouTube don't like Y teams, or doesn't like Y either. It seems. Shaking my head. Let's go right here. Steel Loyal says, I didn't even notice that till now. Lindsay says, you two apparently suck. Steel Loyal says, YouTube hates the whole Steelers gang. Also, Tyrone says, just like TJ in the play. Uh-oh.
Oh, see, that was not me.
I might as well just get under the console now.
You might as well just hide, but that was not me.
I like that. Look at this. Is that the new TJ emoji right there? Nice. That's good. That looks good.
Yeah.
I like that. Credit to Lindsay. Credit to Lindsay on that. Let's go right here, Mike. Just like in the playoffs, just like TJ in the playoffs is what he's saying. Lindsay says this, not me. I wasn't here and got one. Let's go down. Whoa, shots fired. That's why JPJ is on the PUP list. Here they go.
Shit.
Oh. Some hump day turmoil, if you will. Let's go to Mark Malone. Magnum going to get some run. Trade JPJ, right, Mark? Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. Let's go here. Steel Loyal says, Mark, stop with the Magnum. Lindsay says, sucks so bad. Can't even get paid a week into camp. Lindsay is brutal today. I wouldn't want to be in that. I wouldn't want to be in that crossfire. Let's go here, Mike. Let's go to Mark. Mark says, right, Mark, you gay. Let's go to Lindsay and Roman's beating Bernard's ass.
Oh,
Lindsay,
shit.
man. Let's go here. Mark, stop with the Magnum. We didn't get that. We got, all right here. PASJ, trade JPJ at Lindsay's, what Mark Malone is saying. Tyrone says, oh, you think you're funny now. The guys, the gals, everybody.
Oh.
So great to have her. It really is great to be at this point in the year, guys. I am so excited. Everybody's excited, man. Excitable. Yeah. Let's go here. Still Loyal says Tyrone getting jumped in. Tyrone says TJ equals don't show up to work day in January. Wow. Let's go. Tortilla. He says trade JPJ to Sacramento. Steel Loyal says fight back. Get him. Let's go. Lindsay says JP ain't showed up a day to camp. Shut it still. Mark Malone, JPJ on his way out the door. Let's come down here a little bit to my man Steel. Steel says this, I'm an instigator. It's all good, man. It all works. Let's go here to Ronald. Ronald, my man, he says this. I will also say I would gladly trade JPJ before I give him more than 24, maybe 25 million as a top offer. To me, he is more pyrite. Yes, there you go. And then actual real gold. Interesting take, Ronald. That is interesting. Again, guys, he did improve everything we asked him to improve. His tackling got better. His penalties went down. And he hasn't let up a touchdown in the league yet. Granted, he doesn't have many of those pretty interceptions. The shiny interceptions. He has 3. But again, he improved in the areas he needed to improve, and he hasn't let up a touchdown. So again, do what you want with that. Let's go here to Lindsay. TJ has more interceptions than our number one. She is rough today. I am staying out of your way. And by the way, Lindsay got the trivia answer correct today. I'm just putting it out there. I don't even know what it is yet, but I do know
got it right.
She got it right. And that's what I'm going to go with. Let's continue down right here to Tyrone. Mike, he says they fall in his hands on a tip pass. Mark Malone, we should have traded JPJ before camp. He won't be bring much now. JPJ has no hands, is what Lindsay says. Let me get through a few more, guys. A couple more topics we do have today. Let's go to JPJ has never won a playoff game, according to Ty. Or Tortilla, I'm sorry, Tortilla. Tyrone says Porter playoff stats, 74 yards allowed. TJ sacks 1 and a scoop and score. Let's go right here. But Roman at corner, I bet he catch. Put Roman at corner, I bet he catches. Hey, let's go here to Steel Loyal.
70 of them.
Roman is the corner. Lindsay, she says, yeah, Porter hasn't won shit either or been hasn't won shit either or been paid like TJ at this rate. Roman will be paid first. Shaking my head. Tortilla says JPJ can't even guard Roman. Let me grab a couple. Let me jump to a different topic here real quick for a few guys. Did anybody see this? Let me go with this. Let's talk about this for 1 second.
Yeah.
Kind of going back to what we did talk about yesterday. And listen, I don't want to get into it. This isn't going to be what the whole rest of the show is about. But after we did talk about the interview, of course, that Aaron Rodgers had on the PMS the other day, let me see a show of hands of people in the board of how many people were actually cool with it, that going down. Again, your opinion on the matter, it's irrelevant. Who was all cool with? Who was okay with what went down? Because the Steelers are a team that was trying to get away from drama for a long time. We had issues over the years, and we said, let's get guys that don't cause problems. And again, whatever your opinion, I don't care. That's not the point. The opinion that I want to know with Somber is with the interview that he came up on, the A-Rod interview where he went up on PMS and just kind of went off the other day. Are you guys okay with that? Because as I said yesterday, it's really has nothing to do. It's on an outside level. I guess it has something to do with things. Lindsay loved it. Again, we get angry about guys that come and they bring some drama when we should be focusing on football. And in camp, this happened, and I'm just kind of curious. Are we okay with how that played out? I mean, we didn't like when DK was punching somebody in the head, and it put us in a position where we had no wide receivers. I just want to know how people felt about it. I mean, and again, don't take your opinion on what you think about what he said out of the equation. That's not what I'm asking. The fact that he went up there and did that and didn't talk about football or the Steelers or anything for that matter that was relevant to what we talk about or are interested in, was that okay? Was that okay for everybody? Again, we don't want the drama. We're trying to change away from that. And again, that could certainly create drama in the locker room. I know that Khan came out and Coach Matt came out and said, things are going to be okay. Everybody's an adult. They have their own opinion. But at the end of the day, you have 90 guys in there. And some things could rub people the wrong way, and some things could cause reactions. So again, at the end of the day, regardless of what your opinion on what was being said, and Sommer says he didn't care. Mark says he didn't even know about it. Lindsay says they call him a murderer. I don't blame him at all. And again, that's irrelevant. I respect your opinion on it, but that's not the question. The question is, should he have went up there and just went off like that? Again, it could have been about anything. Let's put it that way. It didn't have to be about COVID or the shots. I'm just saying, isn't this what we're kind of trying to shy away from? I don't know. Just curious. Again, it's nothing big, and it's nothing that I'm going to stick on, and I'm not going to talk about it the rest of the show. I'm just kind of curious what everybody thought. I'm sorry about that. Lindsay, she says, no, NFL brought that up already when Travis was and I get that. But again, he did this on his own. It wasn't the NFL using, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of curious what you guys think. Again, it's a very personal matter. If you did that or you didn't, it's your decision. So again, that's irrelevant to me. The point was the drama. Are we okay with the drama that was brought to the table a week before the first preseason game in a conversation with your starting quarterback, who maybe we thought could give us some insight on the team? That's all I'm asking. And everybody seemed to be okay, so that's cool. I'm going to move along. I have no problem with that. I'm just curious. It's a me question, just a little curious. That's all. A few things, Mike, before we do continue, start to wrap things up. We are kind of rounding third on the show. Let's go right here. Mike, this is where, if I can't find it gone. Here we go. Did anybody catch this? Mike, did you catch this?
Guess what?
And I don't know who it was, and maybe Steele can give me a hand. Maybe it was those people. I don't know, but I'm just going to tell you what I got right here. It says, "This Mike analysts predict," and this is why I just have it written as analysts. So I'm not quite sure. Analysts predict Steeler fans will be begging for Mike Tomlin to return. Analyst predicts Steeler fans will be begging for Mike Tomlin to return. Again, if you guys can help possibly where this source came from, I can continue to look real quick.
Was it a CBS reporter?
Did you see this?
Or something? Yeah, I saw it the other day, and I chuckled. I'm like really, like I like Coach T. Like I'm ready to move on. I'm ready. Like we got a new coach. I'm ready for the ups and downs that come with the new coaching staff. You know, it's like it's a new era. Focus on that and move on. Like that's just how I've always lived my life. Whenever there's change, like, okay, we're not doing that anymore. This is what we're doing. Let's rock and roll, and whatever happens. So no, like you know, it's going to be human nature. Go, oh, I wonder if we did that before. Like something like this didn't work. Oh, we did it that way. Maybe we should go back to it. But you can't. You can like compare and contrast, but wanting to go back. No, I always want to move forward. And, you know, like Coach T said, hey, he's like, I can't get us to where we need to get to. I want you guys to go forward. So why can't everyone just jump on board with that? Hey, he wants the team to go forward. He admitted he can't get us there. So I'm 100% behind whoever the new coach is, because the old coach said, I can't get us where we want to. Fuck yeah. Now the team thinks this guy can get us there. I'm rocking with that guy. Like, it's just how I've always lived. Like, you change, you move forward, and you embrace it. Like, I'm not going to be clamoring for him. You like I said, human nature, like compare and contrast them. But no, like we're stuck in a rut. I want to try. Let's try this new path.
Right.
Yeah,
So this was CBS. This was CBS.
I think it was CBS.
I think it was too, actually, Mike. Again, the headline was this: analysts predict Steeler fans will be begging for Mike Tomlin to return. Again, I can't imagine on any planet. Let me start by saying this: I do like Mike. I think he's a good guy. At the end of the day, I have no ill will toward him. I hope him all the best in his future endeavors. He will be one of the big three, as we talk about that for years and years and years, probably the rest of this team's history. So, with that being said, I can't imagine anybody, with the exception of possibly some fans that maybe have different reasons. They might, for what it's worth, I don't think that Pittsburgh Steelers fans would jump on that and beg to get Mike Tomlin. I'm just saying we went for 10 years. This is the longest period of time the Steelers went in the Super Bowl era without winning a playoff game, was these last 10 years. Yeah. For that reason, I'm done. I'm ready to move forward. I don't care if the man is green, if he's made out of jello. It doesn't matter to me. I'm ready to move forward, and I don't think Pittsburgh Steelers Nation would be begging for Coach T to come back at the end of the day. But who knows? If we finish 2-15 this year out of nowhere, where we think that things are going to go well and something falls apart, we may be begging, but I just don't see it at this point. Again, I like the guy, but for what it's worth for our football team, I'm ready to move forward.
Yeah, me too. You know, like I want to see what we can do with Mike McCarthy. I want to give him a chance. Right. You know, I remember when we got Cowher. Like, I didn't want Cowher, but you know, you gotta rock and roll with the new, because you know, like all you were younger, all you knew was Chuck Noll, and someone came in and you're like, but you rock and roll with them. Tomlin came in, like, you know, I rocked and rolled with Cowher for a long time. Now we got someone new. I was like, all right, cool. Then there's like, now we got Mike McCarthy. Cool, I'm willing to rock with him. You know, you got a slight little adjustment period with all those coaches, but you gotta give them a chance, man.
Absolutely.
Especially like when we went from Noll to Cowher, it was in a down period. When we went from Cowher to Tomlin, a period of success and stability. Now we're back into another down period. So you hope we can get that another upswing there. You know, we've hit a rut, and you got to change course. And let's do it.
And what do you do when you keep failing, or what do they say? If you continue to do it over and over, it's the definition of insanity. So it's insane. If we would have continued to move on, guys, a couple of things. You know what? Let me catch up on the board, actually. I apologize. Let's go right here. Still loyal. Laugh my ass off. Roman as a corner. Lindsay, yeah, Porter hasn't won shit either or been paid. Okay, we did get that. JBJ can guard Roman. Tyrone. Okay, this is where we left off. Yeah, then probably jump in the air and fumble. Oh, wait. Let's say. I'm saying you're not lying. Let's go here to Ty again. He says this. Will JPJ waiting for others to get paid just stole how TJ was waiting for Garrett. It's the game. Just like, okay, got you there, sir. Lindsay says TJ got paid before camp. Apparently, JPJ ain't important. Yeah. Somebody peed in her Wheaties today, and I don't know who it was. Let's go to Mark. Mark says this, they're not signing JPJ. Ty says, yeah, because Garrett did too, LOL. Lindsay says, no, Mark. Also, Mark said he's as good as gone. Steel Loyal says, can't replace Naked Derpy. You cannot replace Naked Derpy. That will never happen.
No, you cannot.
Again, on the membership emojis, let's go right here to Ty. Gonzo and Witherspoon hasn't. Just learning, cry baby. Lindsay says, yes, Detroit, here he comes. Wait a minute, is this Mark? Did Mark and Lindsay somehow cross lines or something? Somber said, if I had to choose, it's either listen or brother that. If I had to choose, it's either listen or brother that goes. Tortilla says this, JPJ will be a giant eagle soon. Let's go here to YouTube, HJPJ2. Steel Loyal says a giant eagle. Also, Lindsay with the TJ Watt emojis looking good. Lindsay has time today. Always love seeing Lindsay in the house. Let's go. She says, yes, sir, Somber, I do. She follows it up by saying, been trying to avoid it, but I gotta get sucked in immediately. Let's go here to Steel Loyal, me shouting from a distance, I bet you won't hit him. The fight. I bet you won't hit him. I get you there, brother. I really do. I could be that guy as well. Let's continue to move forward here. Also, Somber with the happy poop. Always keeping it happy with the happy poop. Glad. Thank you so much on those 10 joules. Tyrone says, Garrett, equal take your kid to work day. LOL, TJ, hurry up. Let's go here to Lindsay. She says this, yeah, you're a Steeler hater. Only people you like is JPJ, Bernard, literally Izzy. Let's go to Steel Loyal, laugh my ass off. I wonder which team Izzy is a fan of this year. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. I wonder how Izzy's doing. Izzy and Ollie and all the peeps from over there. Let's go here. Lindsay says, I don't know. Ask Tyrone. We can get half. We can get half for JPJ for first, half first. Let me continue down here a little bit, guys. Tyrone, here we go. We wouldn't get a third for TJ, probably a 7th rounder for how many sacks he has. And then Somber with the face plant accordingly. Lindsay says, yeah, TJ is about to get paid, so he is staying. I don't know about JPJ. Tyrone said overpaid. Again, the two continuing to go at it on the board. You can continue to follow that if you'd like. I'm going to come down just a little bit further to Ronald. Ronald says this. He says, yeah, but his hands make Dwight Stone's hands look like Steve. Oh, shit.
That's a game ball. That's a game ball.
Ronald, you get a game ball for
it's some cut references that I'm sure a lot of the younger people have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, but I got it. As soon as I seen Dwight Stone, I knew it was going to be a reference of his hands. I knew it was going to be a reference of his hands.
Oh, Dwight, hands of stone.
Tortilla says JPJ is afraid of needles. Let's see. With A-Rod, loved it, Lindsay said. Somber says, oh, the Aaron stuff. Yeah, I really don't care. Let's go here. William, I do want to say welcome to William. He says, I loved it. I loved the fact that Aaron was bringing the baggage. Apparently, again, not about the opinion. Again, I agree. It's a whole different conversation, though. Just bringing the drama was the question. It had nothing to do with what was being talked about. Let's go here to Tortilla. He should have said more. Steel Loyal said, oh, yeah, I really don't care. A-Rod can say what he wants. For all I care, as long as he's not bad-mouthing the team. It is his opinion. You're 100% right. But again, it was DK's opinion that he could go punch somebody in the head. Was that helpful for? That's what the point I'm trying to make. The baggage that these guys are bringing with these things, is this counterproductive for the Steelers? Is basically the question I'm asking. Again, his opinion is irrelevant to the question. It's the baggage, the drama is what the question is about. Let's continue to go forward. Let's go right here to Mark. We did get that. He didn't even know he said it. I'm going to go down here a few more, Mike, because, of course, we did get some of these. Glad our quarterback is not a sheep and is a leader of men. I agree that as well, William. Absolutely. Lindsay said that's why he did it. Steele said, as long as he ain't talking bad about the team, I'm good. Tortilla at training camp. Say whatever. Steele Loyal said, that's a good-ass question. Analysts. I like it. Let's go to Lindsay. Yeah, I'm fine with it. He was made out to be a demon for his beliefs. We knew it was coming. But again, on his own platform is what I'm saying. Wouldn't that have been a more appropriate place than using the NFL as a platform? Again, let's continue on. Let's go down here to because he would have certainly got people to tune in if he would have said, hey, I'm going live. Come pay attention to me. I'm talking about the jabs. Believe me, he would have got more. He would have got plenty of people that would have tuned in and watched. Again, I tune in for football. I'm not entertained by people's personal opinions on politics. But again, I agree. Like I said, Mike and I don't agree on the matter. And a lot of time, that's why we don't even bring it up. I've never gotten a shot. And again, that has nothing to do with the question, though. Let's go to Mark Maloney. He says, now that's funny. Also, Steel Loyal says, I don't know, but I can't wait to find out. Tyrone says, if Mark was the coach, we would be 2-15 every year. I do want to say welcome to Coach T. Coach T is in the house. What's up, Coach Tomlin on the terrible board? Mike, he says, I never said that shit. Also, Steel Loyal when they shouldn't. Steel says, Tomlin coming out of nowhere.
We do not care.
What the hell else was he involved? He had something else going on the other day, too. I can't think. He had something else. I don't know. Let's go down here. That's the tortilla burner. Tyrone says. Sommer says, it really is loyal. It's even more hilarious how many football fans listen to them and believe them. Let's go right here to Ronald. I'm the ultimate Steeler fan, and I would rather have my 13-inch penis sliced off with a dull knife than have Mike Tomlin back. Come on. I mean, you're cutting penises off. Throw the game ball to Ronald. He gets a game ball, Mike. Get that over to him. You don't Lorena Bobbitt yourself without getting a game ball on the show. Game ball to Ronald. Tortilla Tomlin. Also Tyrone saying, notice how he hasn't commented in a while. Steel Loyal says, laugh my ass off. Tortilla. I got two phones, one for the stream, the other one to troll. Seeing the emojis more, guys, looking good. The derpies, the TJs. Tortilla says, I call one phone 9 and the other phone 8. A few more, Mike. Let's get through these, and then we're gonna get to the question of the day. Again, I want to throw the clue out there. All week long, this is the first week of pads. So every day so far, the trivia has been about equipment, pads, anything a football player may wear is the question of the day. So do let that run back and forth as we are getting to that point. Let's go right here. Let's go to Tyrone. He says, I'm off about to drive the road. All y'all haters on Porter, all good. He's the GOAT. And Pay Peasy and Roman sucks. Bernard is him, my man. I hope you have a safe day. Stay safe on the road. As always, don't let it get to you. Things are going to get better, I promise you, as they always do, Ty. Thank you for always, my friend. He says, good show, you bastards. As always, thank you, sir. Thank you, as always, Ty. Let's continue to go down. Let's go right here to Mark Malone. Mark Malone says, I kind of want a short, racist Asian head coach. A short, racist Asian head coach.
Okay.
That would be funny, I think. 7 is retired. Still loyal trade. JPJ ASAP. Lindsay is saying, let's go right here to Steel. Laugh my ass off. Mark Malone, like Mr. Chow from The Hangover. Let's go here. But did you die? But did you die, Mark Malone? Ty says, here we go. Steelers carrying the flag. My man, thank you so much. Haven't seen Aaron in a while. I hope Aaron is doing well. Aaron Jade, of course. I'm sure he'll be back for the season. Let's go William here. He says, we go 2-15. We get a good rookie quarterback. Got some good ones coming out. We do have some youngins also on the team as well. Somber says, cause in point, Bleacher Report just put out their top cornerback rankings. JPJ is 27.
Jesus.
This from Somber on the board. For sure, loyal is what's being said. Steele says Bleacher Report 27. Lindsey Ryan, it was Tyrone. I was calm. Then TJ had to take his shots. So I'm rolling. And I see that. I'm feeling it. I'm glad that I have a computer screen between you and I, to be honest with you. Let's continue right here. Lindsay likes Mark's couch. Steel Loyal says Lindsay got an extended mag and it's loaded. Safety off, Somber says. Oh, shit. Lindsay. Haha, 5. You're 5 Tyrone, right, Steel. Playing victim now. Kind of going back. A little banter there. Steel Loyal, I forgot all about Ollie. I thought him the other day for something. Matter of fact, I forgot about Izzy. I thought to myself, I wonder what that Ollie is up to. But Izzy's out there too somewhere. Let's continue to go. This right here. Mark Malone, need Peaches mounting Derpy from behind.
I don't think that one's going to make it past the filter there, brother. I don't think the censors are going to allow that one.
It would be funny. Porter, our best player. Lindsay said he's not our best player, apparently. Somber says, again, we do not care. Just Learning says Rogers was calling out hypocrisy. Love it. What if it affects the team? That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't know if you're looking past that, or, again, maybe it's just not that big of an issue. What if it affects the team in a negative way? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the country is about 50-50 at this point. What if it does that to the locker room? What if that affects the team's play? How is that not a problem? Again, just asking. Let's go right here. Steel Loyal says this. I'd pay to watch DK punch that blue-haired punk, that blue-haired fuck again. Let's go to Tortilla. He says if it's his opinion is irrelevant, then what he said shouldn't matter. Well, you're really missing the point. Is what I'm saying, though, Tortilla. Let's say the argument's about anything. Do you think it was good for him to go up and cause drama? That's what I'm saying. When I'm saying that the point's not relevant, are you cool with him putting the team in a situation that could divide the team? Again, he has a strong opinion and he has a right to it. What about the guy that has the exact opposite opinion? That's his teammate, that somebody that you want to get, get a cohesion with. These kind of things are causing issues. It's not just across the country. This could very easily be a locker room in pro sports. Let's continue forward. Let's go right here. Let's go to Lindsay. I think it's he did it on Pat McAfee because that's who covered all the BS when it happened. And again, it doesn't surprise me. I'm just saying we wanted to get rid of the drama for years in the locker room. And now he possibly could have said some things that make some people not so happy that's on his team. That, again, you have to communicate with and be in good relationship with and build cohesion with. That's all. It just seems to me like it could be a situation that could be some drama. And I thought we were trying to get rid of that. That's all I'm saying. But again, I don't disagree with what he said. I agree with what he said. So again, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. 13 inches Steel Loyal says, okay, buddy. Sure. You ain't got a lie to kick it. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Let's go 13 centimeters by Somber. Depends on where we kick it. Tortilla says, guys, let's go here to Rana. Rana says, I want to be clear. I don't want to trade JPJ. However, I also don't want to overpay him either. One cannot cut off your nose despite your face. Mark Malone says, trade him. Lindsay says, yeah, I don't want to pay him more than 17, Ronald. Oh, yoy, 17? Let's go here. Laugh my ass off. Lindsay's still loyal, cracking up. Absolutely still loyal. Matching Lindsay's energy. Game ball. Somber says, Muth already came out and said the locker room is closer than that. And again, you can say, don't they always say the right thing? What if there's, problems are brewing? We don't know. You don't know. You don't know. I don't know if there's problems brewing in the locker room. They have the day off. Maybe they're home brewing over it. Who knows? We don't know. Again, I just think we could do without the drama. Call me crazy. It's only caused us problems before, so that's just my opinion. Let's go here. Everything is fine, Somber says. Still loyal. If we had a more sensitive locker room, I'd be worried. But again, that's human nature, dude. Look at the country around you, But as close as our locker room is, let's hope that it stays that way. That's all I'm saying. Let's just hope that it stays that way. William says, how many years was AB a Steeler? And it wasn't that what we were trying to get rid of, get away from the drama. Wasn't that kind of the goal? Steel Loyal says this. I really think they're like a family, but I see your point, and I hope you're right. Believe me. At the end of the day, I don't want to be right. I don't want this to be a problem. Lindsay says this. I think they know how AR is, though. I don't really think it's big. And again, I hope all you guys are right. I really do. I truly hope everybody is right that's making the comments. Also, right here, Tortilla says, I don't know, man. You can disagree with your teammates. The thing I can't put up with is hiding what you really feel. Well, it's none of my business what people's personal opinions are. What happened to those days? What happened to the days when people kept their personal opinions personal? Why does it have to be in everybody's face? You know what I mean? I don't care how somebody feels about it because I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to hate you. I think you're a cool person. Why am I going to want to hate you? Because you have a different opinion. I think that's crazy. Again, let's go right here. Let's go to Locker Room Loves Aaron and hated Russell Wilson. Russ was always politically correct. I'm just saying, if it backfires, guys, you'll see what I'm saying. I hope Yinzers are right. That's all. I'm going to leave it right there. I won't talk about it anymore. Just Learning says this. He was speaking for the locker room. They have his back. Tortilla says, and look how that turned out. Good Lord is what Somber says. Let's go here to Tyrone. If anybody thinks we are getting Porter under 30, keep smoking out the tequila down. Or put the tequila down, he's saying. Let's go right here to Tortilla, Mike, as we are getting to the end. We're getting to the end of the conversation. So do get ready for the message of the question of the day. I'm sorry, it is about equipment. It is about NFL equipment. Tortilla, he says this. I'd rather have an outspoken leader who calls shit out than a quiet one who lets it get worse. That's the difference between Russ and Rodgers being politically correct. And again, on the level outside of sports, I agree. I listen, I agree with Aaron. I thought that everything that he said, in my opinion, was how I feel. But again, what it's brought to, what it actually is, for what it's worth, is what kind of worries me. Again, I hope you guys are all right. Lindsay says this. I don't know if you can get out the tequila down, but he can get 17. Steel Loyal says tequila makes her clothes fall off. No, tequila makes your checkbook come out. Give Art Rooney some tequila. From Steel Loyal. Today also very strong on the board. Let's go. Ty says 17 with a laugh. Jamie says just opinion. Should be taken out. You're right, shouldn't. But you know how people are, dude. If we learned anything over the past, 10 years or so, people are wild, man. People are wild. Let's go right here. Believe in what you want to believe. And again, the belief has nothing to do with the question. Let's go right here. Lindsay says the first part checks out, but the last part, he just gets 17. Honda says Max is a Teflon Dawn made man. What's up? I want to say what's up to G. Sick Jones says, what's up, motherfuckers? How y'all doing today? Good to see. Always good to see you sick from across the country, my man. Salute Yinzers and Latrobians. Thanks, G. Lindsay says, I didn't say million either. She meant $17.
Oh, damn.
Honda, my man. Everybody, what's up? Let's get to this question of the day. Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website, and we will do just that.
The2Yinzers.com. Check it out, everyone. There's articles over there about the top Steelers news stories. So check it out, the2Yinzers.com. We got links to the merch store. We got all of our social media links. So check it out, buddy. The2Yinzers.com.
Steel says $17 can buy a mean steak. Go check out the website, everybody. www.the2Yinzers.com. That's www.the2Yinzers.com. Lots of funny things over there. Lots of cool things over there. Mike, RB and Chop do put a lot of work into it. Different kind of stuff. Go check out the website today. www.the2Yinzers.com. As I promised, guys, the question of the day is going to be about the equipment. This is the first week of pads. They had already competed in 2 days of practice with pads on this week. Tomorrow, they'll be back for day number 3 of the week. They are off today. So today, Mike, we are going to stick with the pattern that we've been going on. This is going to be a question about the pads, equipment, things of that nature, guys, all the way from helmets, mouthpieces, tailbone pads, knee pads, thigh pads, hip pads, rib pads, helmets, anything. Here we go. Question of the day. Mike, put on your thinking cap. Everybody at home, everybody on the board, here we go. Due to the Due to Article 24 of the collective bargaining agreement, padded practices are capped at a total of how many during the regular season? They are only allowed to have this amount of padded practices through a regular season. This is every team NFL. Again, let me read the question to you. Due to Article 24 of the collective bargaining agreement, padded practices are capped at a total of how many during the regular season? Think that over, guys. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. every day right here on the Tube.
On Tube.
So again, the question of the day, how many padded practices? It's capped. There's a certain amount you're not allowed to have more than. Mike, what is your thought process? Tortilla's saying 2. Lindsay's saying 10.
I'm going to go with 8.
8 padded practices all year. I hope it's more than that. I don't know the answer just yet, but the question is, how many padded practices is each NFL team allowed to have every year? Steel Oil saying 15. Mike says 8. Lindsay says 10. Tortilla says 2. Steel Oil says it's got to be more than 2. A couple more moments, guys. If you think you know it, maybe if you want to guess, or perhaps you're even looking it up in the meantime, throw your guesses up there on the board. One more time, due to Article 24 of the collective bargaining agreement, padded practices are capped at a total number of how many during the regular season? Just learning with this 1,000 up there. Another moment, guys, and we will get that answer out to you. A couple messages here. I'm going to grab TJ. We'll buy him one with all of his millions. He's a team player, is what TJ's or what Lindsay's saying about TJ. Oh, God, I've seen enough equipment is what Steele is saying. Sounds good, just learning. Let's see what you guys got. And, of course, Somber with his 69420. Always a winner in my eyes. Steel Loyal says over 9,000. I think it's more than 2, but it's a super low number, if I remember correctly, is what Tortilla is saying. Here is the answer to the question of the day, guys. Due to Article 24 of the collective bargaining agreement in the NFL, padded practices are capped at a total of how many during a regular season? Mike said 8. The answer, guys, Tyrone is also saying 8. The answer is 14. You're allowed to have 14 padded practices a year. Breaks down like this. You could have 11. You have to have your 11 in the first 11 games, and then beyond that, you could have 3 the rest of the way.
Wow.
11 in the first 11 padded practices, and then 3 the rest of the way, according to the Article 24 of the collective bargain agreement, guys. That is the answer. Great job. Good try, guys. Ty said 3. Let's go here. Steel Loyal. Holy shit, I was close. You were really close. I lied. Tortilla says also, Jamie says if they're not going to tackle to the ground, they should wear pads at all practices except for the walkthrough. That's a very random yet specific. Also, let me go back and grab a couple of the messages that I didn't get. I do apologize. Let's scoot right here to right here. William says, I didn't see any Steelers driving Subarus to camp. Rogers' opinions are good. I don't even think they made a big point of the arrivals this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think under McCarthy it was different.
Everything came in under the cloak of darkness.
Yeah, that's right. Also, right here, 6 says this. I've been thinking about doing an OnlyFans. I want to make it for my hemorrhoid. His name is Herbert. It would be The Adventures of Herbert the Hemorrhoid. What do y'all think? I love it. If it was bugs, Mike would love it, but hemorrhoids, I dig. I dig. Let's go here. They aren't off. It's just a closed practice, likely a walkthrough. Let's go right here to Pay Porter. 15 would literally make more sense. Still, yeah, pay $17, Lindsay says. Guys, so tomorrow we will be back. Tomorrow, Derpy will be down at Ground Zero reporting live from camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. Mike, I think in itself, that's worth the admission itself.
Just to go see Derpy.
Right? Lindsay says, Steele just wants to be right like me. And that was my assumption anyway. So that's coming tomorrow. Also, guys, tomorrow, Steelers back at it. If you are heading down, 8:15, the parking opens. Also, 11:30, the gates open. Or, I'm sorry, 8:30, the gates open. 11:20 has been roughly right around when practice has been starting. Do get on and get registered before you head down. Steelers.com or Ticketmaster.com. You don't want to be down there without registering. Also, it's free. It's free to everybody. Mike?
It's free.
Okay. Also, Continue. Let's continue to talk about the camp a little bit, guys. Again, that tomorrow they'll be back. Derp, you'll be down here tomorrow night. We do have Thursday night football. It's going to be the Hall of Fame game. Kenny Pickett in the Carolina Panthers taking on Carson Beck in the Arizona Cardinals. That is tomorrow night. We'll be getting ready for that. Steelers will be wrapping up the week with Saturday Night Lights on Saturday, and we are just 8 days away from the Green Bay Packers coming to town. So it's all coming. It's coming fast, guys. We're 39 days away till the Steelers kick off the season against the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh. Mike, your thoughts today's show?
I'm loving the encouraging news we're hearing about a lot of the younger players, like Mad Max, taking huge strides from like college to now. He's looking phenomenal. Loving what I'm seeing out of Roman Wilson. It's just great to see. Year 3 is shit's clicking for him. That's good. ASJ locking shit down too. So once we get guys coming back from the pup list, the secondary is going to look good. The receiving core is going to look good too. All the rookies looking good. Like no rookies making you question why they were drafted. And that's a really good sign this early in camp, because usually you have guys that look lost occasionally. None of them look lost. They all look like they belong, at least as you got guys that belong as starters, backups, and even guys to round out the roster too. This draft class is looking pretty good, and that's just a great sign for things to come for this team.
Absolutely. You nailed it on the head with everything, Mike. I'm right there with you. Let's continue a couple messages here. Somber says, can't wait to see Beck outperform Baby Hands, LOL. Steel Loyal, did you say Roman Wilson? Tyrone says, Bernard will ball tomorrow and take the lead, mark my words. And Lindsay says, can't wait to watch Carson and Baby Hands going at it. The eyes, the hands, it's all going to be there tomorrow night for the Hall of Fame game, kicking off the season, the preseason anyway. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time to get into everything. Again, Derpy down at ground zero. The Hall of Fame game, the Steelers getting ready for this Green Bay Packers game in 1 week. 1 week, it'll be 1 week from tomorrow. Pirates back at it today, game 3 of 4. Pirates lost last night. They'll be trying to take the lead in the series 2-1. It is a 4-game set against the Brewers in Milwaukee. That is tonight at 7:40. A few things before we do wrap it up. I do want to say this. Go check out the social media, guys. I kind of usually wrap this up or put this together with Duquesne Pilsner. I already talked about them. So go check out our social media as well, guys. We are everywhere. If you go and you hit the follow button, you can keep up with what's going on with the Two Dumb Yinzers on a day-to-day basis. We'd certainly appreciate it. It helps us out. And again, if you haven't done it yet today, you can hit the like button down below. Hit the like, the sub, the share, leave a comment. It all helps pushing it out into the algorithm, guys. We appreciate it all. You can find us on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, even TikTok. Guys, go check it all out today. Everything is free. I do want to say that it's all free, so nothing there. But if you do want to get the membership as well and enjoy some of these awesome emojis, do that as well, guys. You can do that right here on our YouTube page. We'll be back tomorrow to get into so much more as the guys get back out in front of the crowd for the Thursday practice, Mike. It will be getting through the second week already, if you can believe that, because at the end of the third week, they're already playing football. We're smack dab in the middle, baby.
Dude, training camp is flying along. Off season, it was long. Yeah, it dragged for little parts. My God, this training camp is just flying by. Usually, training camp, you hit some walls, even in the early part. Oh my God, there's been so much to talk about with this team. It's exciting.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I do want to say, guys, I will catch all the rest of the messages. I don't miss a single one, but we are going to get ready to wrap things up on the show here. I do want to say thank you so much to everybody for coming and hang out and checking us out today. We appreciate each and every one of you. We truly, honestly do. We wouldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everybody on the board. As you guys always keep the show interesting, you are the lifeblood of this show. We value you very greatly. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the show and your support as well, guys, on the terrible board. Thank you. I also want to say thank you to everybody at home that's watching, maybe listening in the car, maybe listening, maybe you're at work just trying to get the rest of the day done. Thank you too, guys. Everybody have a great one. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time. Mike, your final thoughts on the day?
Let's have a good day, everyone. Let's have a great day. And just think, in a few more days, this time next week, there's a Steeler game.
Yes, that's right.
Or almost like a day or two away from the Steeler game. It's around the corner, boys. We got this.
It is around the corner. I'm so excited. Everybody's excited, guys. Again, we will read the rest of your messages as we do go off the air. I never miss a single message from you guys. They're all valued the same to me. Thank you so much. You take care as well, Somber. Again, everybody, I want to say thank you so much. Lindsay, Somber, Ty, Steele, Tortilla, Somber, Mark. The list goes on. The list really goes on. Thank you so much. I do think that's everything for us here at the show. We're going to wrap it up. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time to hit it again, guys. Again, practice in front of the public again tomorrow. We'll be getting into that regular time. Hall of Fame game. Derpy down on the practice field tomorrow. Basically, all this great stuff coming up tomorrow. We cannot wait, guys. So thank you so much for being here with us. We'll see everybody tomorrow. We thank you for your time. Let's get ready for these Pittsburgh Steelers. For Derpy, for Finch, for RB, for Chop, for Mike, the bugs that he eats, and myself. Everybody have a great hump day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. We'll see you mañana. Bye-bye.